welcome to the Mehcast, and what a motley crew we are.
Give me a second here. My audio is fucked up.
Time's up. You know, you
Discord audio. Discord audio. Discord audio, why are you not working? Say something?
Something.
Okay, there we go.
Anyway.
Okay, the scene is frozen now.
What do you mean it's frozen?
Damn program. There we go.
Gonna shill this wherever. Now you might be wondering to yourselves...
You're broadcasting on the main channel, right?
Yes. It's my...
Okay.
It's my turn on the Xbox.
Need you. I need you. There we go. And you over here.
Okay, so in case some of you are
you just switch over to that.
Hey, Gizmo.
This is episode 25, right?
Yes. I have kept track of these things as much as I wouldn't want to admit it, but we are at 25 episodes because I had to literally go back to the main channel, look and see. I had to look at my main channel and see. Which episode we were at, and ba-ba-boom. Now, many of you might be thinking to yourself, oh,
this is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife.
But Grim isn't supposed to be happy. Gizmo, you've seen that episode of Billy and Mandy, right?
Nope.
You haven't seen the one where Grim ended up conjuring a ghost duck that blew raspberries?
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, hey, how have you not seen that episode? I think that was the debut of Principal Good Vibes.
Was it?
I could have sworn it was, because that was the first time I ever saw the principal of Billy and Mandy's school. Also, Mandy roasted the duck just by simply ignoring it.
Man, today sucks for me right now.
It's a Monday.
I was trying to stream today, but the fucking
Streamlabs?
I don't know what it is. Frames kept on dropping for 2 minutes at a time, but like,
dude, if they're dropping frames, you're dropping head. That's actually a reference to SGB's playthrough Sly Cooper 2.
Very obscure reference.
There's a bit where, I kid you not, but there's a part of the game where they're trying to fight against, and they're going through the level with Clockla in it, and for whatever reason, and they were
what the hell?
For whatever reason, they were like, there's a point where Elliot, who was playing the game, ends up ends up literally causing Sly's head to just disappear for no reason.
Fuck.
I'm not kidding. And when I say this was insane.
Well, I don't remember what the hell I was doing last time, so I guess I'm doing this.
Last time
you finished the final story of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
That's not what he meant.
That's not what I remembered.
What he meant is what he was doing on the last stream.
Yeah.
No. What he was doing last time, he was playing Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah.
Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
And Knuckles made Chuckle.
Sonic and Juckles.
Yeah, Alex accidentally sent me a DM where he called the game Sonic S3 and J. So I was like, Sonic and Juckles? Alright, wait, so are we talking about...
Knuckles' long-lost cousin who does chuckle.
Oh god, that's horrifying. Anyway, I'm just gonna put the chat in here. And... Baba Boy. Okay, so
Where's Baba Booey from, anyways?
Baba Booey.
I don't know. Anyway, so now you might be wondering what I am up to today. Well, today, as I already spoiled to my buddies here, I am playing the sequel to... Oop. Okay. What? Progressive mode has been turned off.
What mode has been turned off?
Progressive mode. What?
Progressive scan mode?
And the display is frozen again.
Huh.
Hold on a second.
No, that is definitely not where I ended the game last time. But it is where I started the game last time. I would have sworn I saved the fucking game, guys. Did I not? Did I save state it in a different state?
Oh man, I don't know if I said this,
Don't make
but
me
I
go
was
back and-
very close to selling my Switch. Problem was, the
Oh,
wife
there we go.
apparently had to jump in.
Great. Yeah, I'm already off to a great start, or my thing doesn't want to work. Wah! Oh, now it's working. Okay, so... this is a direct sequel taking place about 5 years after the events of Pokemon Colosseum. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Yes, I will start a new game because I am not a wimp. What am I naming this child?
Mick.
Dick fuck.
How do you spell that, Alex?
M-I-C. You know what? Do Keith. Keith is cooler anyways.
Very.
Okay.
Travis.
Who's Travis?
I'm just going with Keith.
Travis touchdown.
I mean, there's enough characters for it.
Guess
many
what
characters-
No, there's enough characters for Travis. I'm just going with Keith.
Okay.
So Keith is
If you
I.
can guess.
So Keith is I before, or is E before I?
E before I, yeah.
Okay, just making sure I had it right the first time, because I am unfortunately known for quite a few spelling errors at times.
Keith is one of those stupid names, anyways. Sorry, Keith.
What about Keith
Loved you in
David?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Lovely day on the SS Libra. What
You know,
a
I've
nice,
never actually
what a nice
watched
day
any
for
of
nothing to
those
happen.
games
Oh wait,
I'm-
never mind.
I'm enchanted by how good me playing Sonic Adventure 2 looks right
My
now. I need
God,
to-
Retro
need to-
games
I
like
need
that almost always look good when you're
Alex.
Back to playing
Alex,
Sonic
there is an
3 and
evil
Knuckles.
Lugia on the screen, and oh God, those people are dead.
evil Luigi.
And
Lugia.
thus all the people died, thanks to the evil Pokemon.
Well, Cipher's got some blood on their hands already. Oh, those poor sailors are probably not going to get any help.
Do you guys hear me?
No, yeah.
No.
Oh, I
can
was
hear
just
you.
about to say, you didn't hear my awesome narrator voice?
Ah. Okay, so what we're doing right now is a battle simulation where we play as a Salamence. Or we have the Salamence. This battle is piss easy.
Ah, damn it.
I think I'm gonna keep the narrator voice on just to confuse people.
I'm
got death
Metagross.
eggs.
Funny thing about my stream yesterday, I left for last week. I was trying to stream Rogue Squadron on the GameCube. The next day, it says that I have 3 copyright claims, and that's because of the music.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's
The
composed...
John Williams score.
Yeah, the John Williams
Yeah.
score will do that to you.
They really need to think this through, because it's one thing if I'm playing the goddamn movie or TV show. It's another if I'm playing the
by the
goddamn
way-
game.
By the way, this game boasts a bit of an improvement on the model work as well as the character animations. Alright, so we have, as I've mentioned in my poll before, are a starter that can evolve into 5 different Pokemon. This is Eevee. He only has his Tackle, Tail Whip, Bite, and Sand Attack. Hello?
Ow.
What was that?
Pulled a hangnail off my finger
Ooh.
Why'd you do that?
because I don't want that fucking thing
Now
on
I
my finger.
Now, I could go and do more battle simulations, but I'm like, nah, let's not do that.
By the way, my copy of Mario Party
Superstar?
Superstars. Yeah, Mario Party Superstars is arriving on Thursday.
Cool.
Nice.
Well, Gizmo, you gotta make sure you get yours.
Should I
Not
start
getting
the
one
topic
anytime
with my
soon.
narrator voice, or
No, just start the topic.
No narrator
no one
voice.
has any thoughts on the narrator voice?
I don't care for
I
it.
didn't hear it.
Is it not
Oh,
on?
give it a damn.
No.
I don't want it on.
Hang on.
This charming
Oh.
fellow with messy hair is Professor Crane.
Ichabod or Jonathan?
Okay.
What?
Neither.
Is it working?
No.
Ichabod
Stop it.
Crane.
Nope.
It's not
No, it's
working.
not working.
We're not doing
Oh,
this. Gizmo, or rather, not Gizmo.
Oh shit!
Ben, no.
Testing.
No. Stop it. That's obnoxious.
So it is
In the
working.
meantime.
It's loud and obnoxious. I hate
You
it.
know
and
what you could just do? You could just be a voice chat like me and change your voice on a whim.
Shutting the fuck up is gluten free.
Well-
Shutting the fuck up is gluten free and all nutritious.
Well, I gotta go find my little sister because she's a dimwit.
Fuck up this gluten-free, oh yeah!
Oh, and by the way, Alex, the main character's baby sister...
You lied to me. It is working.
Okay, Ben.
Ben,
God,
stop it.
Topics.
Right now.
Okay, hang on.
Alright, let's start with the DC stuff. There's a lot of DC news that has
Coolio.
happened. Oh, okay, it got interesting.
Oh, we got
So the Hollywood Reporter did, I would say a pretty bad article about the quote-unquote future of the DCU. And I'm sure some of you saw it about the quote-unquote full-on reboot when it isn't really fully the case. So let's get to it. So, according to the article, this is recapping it. James and Peter are going to have a huge meeting with the current head of Warner Bros. Discovery about the state of the DCU. This is true. One of the options is to wipe the slate and reboot along with recasting everyone.
That
This
would be
option
a terrible
is-
idea. They've already done
would.
that twice.
It would be a terrible
Technically
idea,
more
and
than that.
as I was saying, while this option is there, it's probably not going to be picked. But the article assumes that it's going to be picked for some reason. The Flash, which is coming out in June, is not picture locked. This is confirmed. Superman cameo by Henry may or may not be cut from the Flash, depending on what they decide for DC slate. AKA, it's going to be in the movie since they're not rebooting. Hawkman and Black Adam 2 were accidentally leaked in the original article and was removed by request of Warner Bros. Discovery.
So essentially, this is going to be a buddy cop movie where, or a Hawkman and Black Adam may or may not have constant dick measuring contests.
Well, I would imagine that Hawkman would be like a prequel film, or at least take place in the same universe. While Black Adam 2, I don't know what Black Adam 2 would be about.
You know what I
could it be
want?
about?
I want a Lethal Weapon style movie between Black Adam and Captain Marvel.
Yes.
Like Lethal Weapon
Outside-
superhero film.
That would be fun.
Which
I
one of
saw
them?
that movie
Which one of
last
the?
week.
Which one of them would
Well, who's
say
Danny
that?
Glover then?
Yeah, which one's Danny Glover? Which one's Mel Gibson?
Obviously, The Rock is Mel Gibson.
So he's Riggs.
And
Yes.
wait,
Yes.
how is
And you're
Shazam
saying
Danny Glover?
Shazam is Murtaugh?
Because he's getting too old for this shit.
How is he getting too old for this
He's
shit
so
when he's
good.
young?
I'm talking about Zachary Levi.
You know what?
Okay, anyways,
It would be funnier-
as I
it
was
would be
saying,
funnier
as I
if,
was-
Black Adam was Murtaugh, because he is literally too old for this shit.
As I was saying, the article claims Black Adam lost money, but according to Warner Bros. Discovery and The Rock, it's made about $50 to $75 million back, which isn't much, but it did make its money back. You
It's
saw
making more than
the tweet, Alex.
Black Panther 2 did.
God, don't get me started.
Actually,
on that
Black Panther 2 might have made back 80 million so far. I have to double
one.
check.
The only reason they won back any money is because of the Marvel fanboys. And the
Nah,
people
if
who
that
are
was true,
acting-
Thor: Love and Thunder wouldn't have bombed and lost hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's because Marvel fanboys
reason-
didn't see the point of that one.
I feel like it was more that people were paying the
No.
respects for Chadwick and saw the movie out of
Yes.
guilt than anything else.
As opposed to
Yeah.
the fact that Thor: Love and Thunder looked like shit from the get-go.
Yeah, Black
Honestly,
Panther at least looked
Aw,
interesting,
Centrix.
and that's kind of it.
Yep.
And it was also the end of Phase 4, so people were expecting like, a big finale to it, and it wasn't.
Honestly, I was expecting Love and Thunder to be better because the concept of a god killer going around killing gods from literally every religion is awesome to me, and Thor being the only one to stop it, I was like, okay, but it would have been awesome to see him fight with Zeus instead of Zeus being a, fucking pussy.
Giant. Yeah.
And God, what a waste of a good actor too. A good actor
Well-
playing Zeus too, and you got him acting like a pansy.
Well, this is the Marvel universe in a nutshell. Cast amazing actors and bit parts, basically.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm gonna continue. Man of Steel 2 development has been frozen for the time being. this is true, but not for the reason the article suggests. Wonder Woman 3 has been canceled. Patty will not return. We'll get back to that in a moment.
God.
And Jason, if he no longer plays Aquaman, may be recasted as Lobo. I don't know why the article suggests this. It doesn't. No,
that's
you
more
don't
wishful
fire him and then
thinking.
rehire him. That's not
That's
how it
more
works.
wishful thinking, if anything. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. That's not how it works. So
Yeah.
that is wishful thinking.
Another detail is a source came out saying that Ben Affleck would be too busy with his production company with
Oh,
Matt Damon,
great. We
and
got
that
yet another-
negotiations had been
We got yet another
froze.
character who refers to
However-
himself in the third person with duck lips.
However,
Hey.
Ben Affleck was seen driving to Warner Brothers Discovery Studios, like directly going there and entering the building. A few days after the article. That is interesting. And a few days later, James Gunn answered the question saying that he did like Ben and Henry's Superman and Batman. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna be recasting these characters
Nope.
just from the actions from Gunn and so on. Actually, there is one more thing. So remember the guy Den of Geeks?
Yes.
Did you see what happened with him?
No.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm
Okay.
unaware of who that is or what happened.
He's some YouTuber guy who's part of I guess our side, the anti-woke side, but he's an idiot. So he tweeted out saying that he had heard from sources that James Gunn hated Henry's Superman. And someone tagged Gunn asking,
that was him?
Oh, I've seen that.
yeah, and
Yeah.
someone tagged James Gunn asking if this is true. Or if he can debunk it. He's like, sure. Fact check, false. Den of Geeks called him a fucking liar. Are you?
Where does this guy get his info if he thinks that the celeb
don't-
himself is lying to him?
So he called. So he
Good
called out.
question.
So he called out Gunn on bullshit, and Gunn fucking roasts him into the fucking lava below. Let me find the original. Who did I send it to? I sent it to. I think it was in news. Let me see if I can find that interaction and read it.
Like, it's such an out of nowhere thing to say. It's like saying,
Don't worry about it.
It's like
There it is. I found it. So, after the fact check, the Den of Nerds replied, "Even more people have reached out to me since you said this to tell me you really don't like him. Just saying what I heard, douchebag." And then James Gunn decided to be just as douchebaggy and said, "So weird. You seem so plugged in. Anyway, I just had 40 people reach out to me to say that you just got kicked out of your mom's basement. So sorry, man."
Boom.
Let the VCR roll. God, I feel like it.
What did he say?
So
Hey,
fucking
Alex,
me.
What did he say?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Hey, Alex, do you
That
feel...
was-
I feel like I should check for gray hairs, because
Well-
the mere mention of VCR has...
People still use tapes, actually, which is kind of an odd thing.
Yeah.
655 asks, so is this an all Chaos Emeralds run?
Evidently
And,
not.
It was supposed to be, but no.
Yeah, you
I
forgot.
apparently
Right,
missed
yeah.
one.
Don't even
Yeah,
try it, man.
he fucked
You get really impatient
Alex
when you
is a
find out.
bad gamer. He can't game right.
Sadly, that has been proven with Sonic Adventure 2.
I've beaten Sonic the Hedgehog 2 before, trying to get
I
all the
beat in
Chaos
Sonic
Emeralds.
2 blindfolded.
It's a bitch to get all the
Sonic 2,
emeralds.
Sonic 2 with all the emeralds is easy.
No.
Okay, Crane
No.
ain't neat.
Sonic 3 with all the emeralds, that's the hard one.
The professor.
That one's easier than
neat.
2.
By the
No, it's
way,
not.
our protagonist's dad is nowhere to be found. And he is all alone with his sister, in a strange laboratory.
Hey!
Who?
Anyways,
who
I need
edit-
to continue the topics here.
continue.
So, while you could argue that
Robotnik.
James Gunn was acting,
Can I have
that
that
James
back?
Gunn was acting very unprofessional. Let's be
unprofessional.
honest, the Den of Nerds had it fucking coming.
Yeah, he did.
About time
Absolutely.
celebs,
Oh, yeah.
roasting these fuckers.
I kind of respect Gunn for that, just not even holding back. It's just throwing him right under the fucking
Tails, you
bus.
can fly. Pick me up. Pick me up.
I think
Oh
A
wait,
little info
oh
I
wait, our
forgot
mother
to,
is.
post.
Oh wait, never mind. Our mother is also with us in this laboratory, and I'm like,
last I checked,
There's a little info I forgot to share in the media section for us to talk about this. How many of you remember the Chalk Eaters parody song "Furrymon"?
no.
Oh, I remember
oh
that.
god.
Yeah, so there's like a funny set of coincidences that happened when he posted this up. You know, apparently it just uploaded like any normal video of his would. But then out of nowhere, his video got age restricted and labeled just for kids.
No!
Right? So
fuck?
funny. So it doesn't stop there. So he fixed that and told YouTube it's not for kids, and that's and after that, apparently he tried to post it up on TikTok. TikTok said that this is too sexual for their platform, so they have to remove the video.
So this just in, YouTube is dumb.
Yes.
Very. I can't fucking just that video for kids. What is wrong with YouTube? Hey, can we get
Labeled
Elon
a
Musk
lot
to buy
of
YouTube,
shit just
please?
for kids. They've labeled a lot of shit just for kids just because it's so
Happy
happened to
Tree
have-
Friends.
Yeah,
Happy
they
Tree Friends
labeled
was
Happy Tree
labeled
Friends
as for kids.
Oh, by the way, guys, I now have a
Don't
scouter.
hug me, I'm scared. Labeled as for kids.
They've
How's
done
that-
this a lot lately, and it's really perplexing to me. I think the only reason why Furrymon even got labeled just for kids is because of the topic it's parodying, Pokemon.
Yeah,
This is what's
it was in the
wrong
tags.
with the algorithm. This is what's wrong with the algorithm, is because you can't really trust it entirely to say this is for kids, this is for adults, and this one's a little in between. No, just because it's got Pokemon in it doesn't mean it's gonna be just for kids. Like, I could be playing Pokemon Red right now. They will probably think, oh, this is for kids. Nah, man, I curse up a storm. It's not gonna be for kids. I talk about banging chicks. It's not gonna be for kids, man, but they'll ignore all that.
How many chicks have you banged? No,
Guys, I don't mean to disturb you, but the professor has been kidnapped.
Good.
The minute he
Cool.
walked off screen and left my line of sight, he got kidnapped.
It's always off screen, man. Always
Okay,
happens
Missile.
off screen. You
Missile,
can't-
I'm about to run out of rings. I would appreciate it. If you would. There we go. And now I'm
Alright,
dead.
I need to go on to next topics. Benny of Maximum Dew has passed away.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That one hurt. That one hurts.
It did
Yeah.
hurt.
Hey, buddy, are you okay? You okay then? Anyway, yeah, that was really sad news. I was just like, damn. Anyway,
Yeah, that's a dog. That's
Get on to
sad.
something. Let's get on to something a tiny bit funnier. The director or creator, I forget which one, of Days Gone, was asked why the game failed. He listed 3 reasons. The first, it had tech issues like bugs, streaming, and frame rate issues. 2, it had reviewers who couldn't be bothered to actually play the game. And 3, it had woke reviewers who couldn't handle a gruff white biker looking at his date's ass.
It might have also had something to do with the fact that the game wasn't very good.
Days
I've heard
Gone.
good-
I don't
I've
think
heard
I've played
very
that
good.
game. Days Gone? I
Yeah,
haven't played
like-
that game.
It's good from what I've heard. It's just
It's-
not the
it's
greatest. It's
not-
just fun.
Yeah, it's mediocre, middling, kind of.
hold
but
on a
not
second, I got a
so-
quote,
I would say it's at least a 3.54 out of 5. Just
I got a
good to
quote,
great.
what's his face from...
Oh,
That's
I
what
remember this game.
That,
And of
that's
course-
literally what
and-
I just said, Ben.
And true. All right. Wait, no, you said mediocre. Mediocre's like
Yes.
2.5 out of 5.
Mediocre.
Do they mean for console, PC, or altogether though? Because I'm looking up stuff. I'm looking up the game on Steam. It's got very positive reviews.
I think he was talking about when the game first launched.
I mean, it was
Because
also
it's, well, like,
marketed like shit.
because like when it was released on PC, it was reviewed really well. It's just when it first came out, critics hated it. And of course, of course, the usual suspects went after him and forced him to lock his account. Because of course,
come on, crash,
even
you
like
fucker.
company, even the company
Alex,
formerly
you
worked
realize
at
there's
was
another
basically
phase of
mad
that
at him.
boss fight?
Did the character look
More
at
rings,
his girlfriend's ass though?
more rings, fuck.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, I believe him more.
so yeah.
Well, the game was
Days
also
Gone 2 is
marketed
never
like
happening.
absolute garbage, so.
It's
Okay,
kind of a shame
so-
because Days Gone had a unique twist at the end, but we're never
Okay,
gonna see that
guys.
happen.
I also believe him when he says that there have been people who didn't bother to play the game or play the game right, because nowadays, you know, ever
Well, yeah,
since that
that's
Cuphead,
I'd
ever
err more
since
on
that
the side
Cuphead
of that,
inc-
really.
ever since that Cuphead incident, I don't think anybody was giving game journalists a bone. Like, they might as well have taken away the bone. Nobody trusts game journalists anymore when it comes to reviewing games, because if you're begging for an easy mode on a game like fucking, I don't know, Elden Ring, or you're having trouble to go through a fucking tutorial on Cuphead, no one's gonna
Crash
take you seriously
Bandicoot is
anymore.
like Dark Souls.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot's like Dark Souls. Did you ever own a PlayStation, bro? You ever played an emulator? You'd call it Crash Bandicoot a Dark Souls.
I played the Crash games on
I
the
played the
PS3.
original. That game is fucking hard.
Not that hard. Calling it the Dark Souls of platformers.
I'll say that's. I mean,
Okay, maybe one or two
Okay.
levels, but the whole game? No.
I mean, there are certain levels that made me want to fucking kill myself, but
Okay,
that's
but the thing is, they're saying that the whole game is the Dark Souls of platform.
not the whole game. That goes a bit too far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're calling these games just because they're either not used to playing these kind of games, or they just don't play these games altogether, and they're calling it the Dark Souls of platformers. No, you just don't play
Yeah.
these games, or you just suck.
And granted,
Right.
they did fuck up the physics in the Crash collection, so.
Not
but-
really.
I
The
didn't-
no, Alex.
No, well-
Actually, the
Well,
only
it was the
thing
collision detection, not
it
the
wasn't.
physics.
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't
but not
no, it wasn't
really.
really the collision detection. It was more the physics on the jet ski.
No,
Yeah,
it was
Yeah,
just
it was
that.
one of those,
It was
yeah,
just
but not
that.
really kind of
The
moments.
collision detection is they have different hitboxes than they did in the original.
I mean, it's a new game,
And-
so I mean, rebuilt from the ground up. There's gotta be slight differences, but I never really
Yeah.
noticed anything out of the ordinary outside
Yeah,
of
that's
outside of the
actually a
jet
good
ski.
point. That's actually a good point Ben brings up. The fact is,
Yeah.
it's not really one-to-one the exact same game, just on new graphics. It is pretty much like a new thing, like built on a completely different engine.
Yeah. It's very good too. Oh yeah. One more topic before we get to the Game Awards. Mario Strikers 3 gets one final DLC update.
Final?
Move your ass, Sonic.
Yeah, the last one. They only did 3 of these for this game.
3?
3 of them, yeah. Only 3 DLC updates, and that was it.
Fucking Nintendo.
Why do we give these games updates, but not Mario Party? Give me Mario Party DLC. People would buy that. But anyways, Mario Strikers added Birdo and Bowser Jr., and that was it.
Gosh?
Kind of weird to end it on, just those two.
All
It
right.
was weird.
Fucking God,
I mean,
man.
it's
Now
Game
we're
Awards,
on-
so
now
They
we're going
are
to
weird,
Gatian
man. That's how they
ports.
always were. One step forward for innovation, 2 steps backward from catching up to the party. The moment they came up
Yeah.
with multiplayer sockets in one console, everyone else was already onto CDs. The moment
Yeah.
they came up with
Yeah, but CDs are terrible for games. Like they're only
What?
technically decent because you can fit more on them. And they're not that great. They're
yeah, but people
they
moved
have-
onto CDs because you could fit more on them. They were more concentrated on what you could put, how much you could put in there, as opposed to what you could use it for. That's why the cartridges. That's why people were taking them back when Nintendo still used cartridges on the N64, as opposed to you know, the CDs on RPGs and fighting games and other kind of games on the PlayStation and the Dreamcast.
The look of Zook, the coolest,
Like, it's
baddest,
like
and
this.
most happening
If
guy
four-
around. I'm sorry, you're not Waluigi.
It's like this. If 4 discs could contain one game of Final Fantasy, let's say 8, 9, how many cartridges do you think they would have to fit that one game in?
Well, here's the joke. 1.
On the
All of that was
N64.
FMV.
Can we not debate this? We need a new topic.
The FMVs were there because they were.
Gizmo, we gotta move on to the
loading times.
topics.
All right. So when the Game Awards happened, and honestly, it was a surprisingly
So.
great show.
Eh.
I actually had a ton of fun. Like, this is the best one they've done
I didn't
in years.
win a Steam Deck,
really.
but MILF Hunter
Me neither.
did.
Ventus and Yoda won one.
Oh, I thought you were MILF Hunter.
No.
I
Well,
have
no,
one, but I'm not.
Love
yeah,
this
Ventus
guy.
and Yoda, 2 fictional characters won a Steam Deck. I don't know how that's possible. Congrats to them.
Probably Pitmaster Broda, the YouTuber that probably named himself Yoda.
Anyway, so there's a lot of announcements. There's a lot of winners. I'm gonna go by them one by one and try and do this very quick because a lot happened. First thing that was shown, Castlevania is going to be joining Dead Cells, that indie game, which is pretty cool.
DLC.
It's
Well, at
going
least
to,
somebody's doing something with Castlevania.
yep, it's called Dead
Not me.
Cells Return to Castlevania. It has Richter and Dracula.
Just Richter and Dracula.
Alucard.
I was gonna say.
Oh, it does have Dracula though.
Yeah, it does have him as a boss.
Hey
Alright,
guys.
so best.
Alex, can you look at
I'm-
my stream for a minute?
Sure.
Oh. Alright, so
Okay.
the next major thing, you guys are going to get a kick out of this.
Wait, Ben,
Remember
before you go
Returnal?
on, does this old guy look sinister to you?
I'm not
Um,
watching the stream, so I have no idea. Tommy, you
Alex.
brat.
I can't. Oh, yes, that guy looks sinister.
Do you think
Sorry,
he
ugly
could be the
He's
bad
the main
guy?
villain. Yes, he's the main villain.
How
Right,
did
he's
you
like-
guess?
Yeah, he looks like every other ugly bastard in hentai.
Yeah, that's why.
No.
You
He's
guys
like
are both
Tuxedo's mother.
correct. That
There's
is
a comic
we
about
just
that, actually.
we had just met the main villain of this game and his posse.
Alright,
Oh, and you'll never guess what his super evil name is.
Ugly bastard.
Oh, Greevil.
Revel.
Hmm.
I bet he's
Greevil.
grieving over that name.
Sit in the corner.
No. I need to read the news.
General
Next up, so you guys
Kenobi.
remember Returnal? One of the only PS5 exclusives that's good.
It's now no longer an exclusive.
It's on
It's
PC.
on PC, yeah. It's coming to PC. PS5 has no games. Still has no games.
It'll
Oh,
never
what
have
about
any.
That's not true. I saw a PS5 game at the discount store today.
What game?
Scarlet Nexus.
That's on PC.
It's on PC.
But it was a PS5 game.
It's on PC.
Alright, next up. So best fighting game goes to Multiverses. It
Hold
went
up,
up
though.
against Sifu, The King of Fighters 15, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R,
Okay,
and
King
DNF
of Fighters
Duel.
definitely deserve to win.
I
that.
have a problem
Yeah,
with that
I
list.
agree.
I have a problem with that list though. Read the games again.
Alright,
Because we have Multiverses
DNF
versus
Duel,
King of
JoJo's
Fighters.
Bizarre Adventure, The King of Fighters 15, Multiverses, SIFU, Sifu.
One of
Sifu,
these
is that
things
how
is not. One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, why is Sifu here?
Exactly what my problem is. It's
Why
you
is
ever-
Multiverses in the same category as King of Fighters?
Multiverse
Because
is
it's
a
a fighting
fighting
game.
game.
Yeah, but
people have-
Multiverses is still a little Smash-like.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Smash
it's a
is
fighting game. It's
Smash
still
is
Not
a
a
fighting
typical
game.
one-on-one though.
Yeah, it has a one-on-one. What are you talking
It's a
about?
party. It's a party fighter.
It's
It's
still a
a fighting
fighting
game.
game.
It's
It's
a
a
fighting
party
game.
fighter though.
It's
Look,
a
if
fighting
you-
game. It
if
doesn't
you
matter
follow-
if it's a party fighter. It's still a fighting game.
If you follow the basics with some exceptions, considering
Well,
all fighting
that's
games,
like back when the Game Awards nominated fucking FIFA and Rocket League in the same category.
like
The
what was
sports games?
What-
That
Yes.
makes sense.
Best
That makes-
sports game.
Go for sports games.
No, that one didn't make sense because that was an actual sport going up against a sport that could never happen.
That's why
Plus
it's they're
FIFA
both
versus
sports games.
Forza versus fucking I think it was what, the Crew 2 that year.
Yeah, that's a racing. That can actually happen because they're using real cars. That's the thing.
Madden.
Yeah, so if it was like, so Madden, FIFA, The Crew, and maybe something like Need for Speed, those all are something that you could possibly do in real life. People race cars, whether it be on an actual track or on the streets. People play football. People play soccer. This, on the other hand, doesn't make sense in the least. These are all fighting games, but Sifu is somehow caught in the middle of it. This is sort of like you going to the Steam page, you type in fighting game, and then Double Dragon pops up. That's the kind of shit that really, really bugs me, that I really wish people would just fix. Just because it's got fighting in it doesn't mean it's a fighting game. Just because it's in first-person mode doesn't mean it's a first-person shooter. You see what I mean?
Myst is my favorite first-person shooter.
It's exactly what I'm getting. That's exactly how it
Yeah.
is. I think because you're...
I think here's my. I think I know why, because they didn't. There wasn't that many fighting games this year. There was just the four, and they're like, okay, we need something to fill up the spot. Sifu, just throw it in there.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
one
like
of
that's
the
what they
problems
did.
with the Game Awards.
There's still a lot of games out there that are still out there, like in early development or just came out. They just haven't looked.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sifu- because
so
you can't find any doesn't mean you have to just suddenly, yeah, you know what, let's put Sifu there. That's the equivalent of me saying, there weren't that many first-person shooters that came out. Let's put in Mirror's Edge.
so
Right.
guys,
Does
I get
have
your point.
shooting
We
in
need
it.
to start
No,
moving
that's-
on
that's
now.
not a
We need to start
first-person
moving
shooter.
on.
guys,
We need. Let's move
do you
on.
remember that poll I made on Twitter about which evolution I should use?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vaporeon won.
You know why?
God damn it.
Yeah, it is the most
Hey, guys.
compatible.
Anyways, I'm gonna
You know.
continue. A new Hellboy game was revealed.
Yes.
Hellboy Web of
Cool.
Wire.
Yes.
And it looks fucking
Did they bring
awesome.
Ron Perlman back?
No.
I don't know. They haven't
No,
revealed
they didn't.
cast. Oh, they didn't. Oh, that's sad.
No, you can hear it. You can hear it in the voice. It's not Ron Perlman.
Right.
It's probably the guy they got for Injustice 2. He's still
Well,
pretty
Yeah,
good.
he's a good choice.
Yeah,
At least it's
but
not the guy from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Alright, since there's no benefit to keeping Eevee as an Eevee.
Vaporeon.
Yes, Vaporeon.
Anyways.
There's your meme, Pokemon. Are you happy, Gizmo?
Yes.
Memes! Memes! Memes!
Transform your Eevee into a Gardevoir.
No, Gardevoir is in this game, though.
Transform your Eevee into a Lopunny.
Yes, hot.
No.
Transform your Eevee into a
You need
fleshlight.
one sexy
I mean,
Pokemon.
Vaporeon.
No,
No.
don't do Eevee.
Guys,
Don't do
guys,
Vaporeon, please.
guys-
Some of you freaks like that.
guys, I don't mean to disturb you, but Vaporeon is male.
Oh, thank
Oh,
God.
thank God. Oh, thank God.
So,
What,
Gizmo.
you think trainers are gonna look at it any
Oh, we
different?
dodged the bullet. Oh, thank God.
yes.
You know that there's gonna be a trainer who's gonna say a hole's a hole.
I'm going to go.
like-
Hang on, no, we're
like the
deflecting from
douche.
this. We're going to the next topic. We're
Yes.
going to the next topic. I'm deflecting. I'm
The
deflecting.
douche from Sausage Party.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Best family game goes to Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Awesome.
Yes.
Kirby deserves to win.
Deserves
that
an
every
award.
time.
Yeah.
Yes. It beat Lego Star Wars, Mario plus Rabbids, Nintendo Switch Sports, and Splatoon 3. One of these
But
things is not
I didn't
like
even
the
know
other.
Switch Sports came out this year, but okay.
I'm just glad they
Um,
beat that Lego Star Wars collection because it has the
Lego-
fucking sequel trilogy in it.
That's a good one though. Like it is the Skywalker saga is legitimately good.
Mess me with that sequel shit.
No,
But-
you need that sequel shit in there because
Mess
it is
me
the
with
only
that.
official. It is the only official
Mess me-
product that makes
Mess
fun
me.
of. No, I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna make you play that game. And I'm
Mess
gonna
me with
show
that.
you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
show
I'm
you
not-
how
We need to
awesome
go to the
that
next
is.
one.
Let's
The next
mess-
one, guys.
No.
Objection. Best
Overruled.
performance goes to Christopher Judge for God of War Ragnarok.
That
Good.
game is terrible.
I've heard good things. I need to
Have
play
you
it
That game
seen-
is
myself.
awful.
Have you seen
The
that?
only-
There's a drunk Spartan friend who sent a meme to his friend, and very early in the morning, and it's amazing.
Anyways,
Hello, good
I thought
sir.
that I'd ask to
Hades-
slow the fuck down.
the sequel to the hit Hades, Hades 2 has been announced and will
Yes.
release in early access.
That looks really good.
Yeah. Not much to say on that. Cool. The creators of BioShock are making a new game called Judas.
Yeah, dude.
Looks very BioShocky, so that's interesting.
Cool.
Kevin, you
Here's
like
hoping
this?
it's better than Bioshock 1.
Kevin, you like this? Bayonetta Origins was announced and will be releasing next year in March.
I am optimistic about this game.
I actually do like the style. It's like the storybook kind of style. I feel like that really works for Bayonetta. Like
does,
baby
yeah.
Bayonetta, I should say. I really like this art style, and she looks adorable.
Bayonetta and the Secret Rings.
Make believes reborn.
Okay,
Bayonetta in the Black
best-
Knight. She fucks him.
Best dubbed indie game goes to Stray.
Okay. What else was in the category?
It doesn't show me a list for some reason.
It doesn't matter, or what you think.
Footage.
I don't know what was in the other. I don't know what was in the category. Anyways, next one. Suicide Squad revealed that Kevin Conroy will be voicing Batman in his final role.
I guess I have to play this game now.
Yeah.
If I
same.
could ever get my hands on a PS5, maybe.
Fuck
It's
off, I'm
on
gonna get an
PS4 and
tonight.
Xbox, I think.
I'm
Is
not
it?
gonna
Actually, I
support.
might be wrong.
This better be like a multi-console thing. I'm not gonna support Sony with the bullshit they're doing.
I have an Xbox Series X, so I don't really need to worry about it, but I need to pre-order it now. Fuck, they got me with Kevin Conroy. I'm sad now. I feel like they were never going to reveal this, but after his death, they wanted to make a small tribute and reveal that, yeah, he's in here. But I know some people are saying, oh, this means this takes place after Arkham Knight. It's like, nah, that's not what
It
this
take
is.
place before.
Yeah, I'm thinking it does, and he's part of the Justice League. That's why he's a part of it. He wouldn't be a part of the Justice League if he faked his fucking death.
I feel like this is another plot entirely, considering the Flash is
No, it's in the
being that guy.
Arkhamverse. That's been confirmed.
You know, guys, I don't know how to
I
tell.
love the
I don't know how to
line
tell
that the
this.
Flash has in his trailer. What do you get? You might as well just mail me the bullet.
I like that.
So,
That's a good
this-
point.
the Suicide
Deadshot then
Squad
proceeds to mail him.
The Justice League will be releasing in May 26th next year. That's almost my birthday. I guess I have to get it.
Coolio.
Oh, this is funny. The Last of Us Part 1 is coming to PC in March. Repeat after me. The PS5 has no games.
That wasn't a PS5 game anyway, so it doesn't matter.
PS4. It's a
Sure.
PS3
It doesn't
game.
matter what you
PS3
think.
game.
This is a
It's a fucking-
PS3 game that got an HD re-release on the PS4, which also
And
got a goddamn HD remake on a PS5.
And you know what the PS4 version is? Better than the PS5 version.
Yeah.
So
This
what's
is just Resident Evil 4 all over again, though. Have you noticed? Like, very, very minimal change.
They made too many changes to the new version of Last of Us.
Like, the design is all cluttered and fucking messy. It's a mess. It's like they over-designed all the levels and they just look worse.
At least he didn't recast the characters like they're gonna do in the Last of Us TV show.
Last of Us TV show. It
Oh
looks
yeah,
like
they
garbage.
recast the goddamn daughter.
Okay, next topic. Arcane League of Legends has won Best Adaptation. It beat out Cyberpunk Edge Runners, The Cuphead Show, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Uncharted.
That fucking sucks.
To be fair,
I mean,
it
I
is a
would've been
really
ha-
damn good show.
I
But
would've been
yeah, I
happy
do
with
think
any of
Sonic
them.
2 deserved it.
I would have
the
been happy with
Cuphead-
any of them except for Uncharted. That one's a little bumpy.
Uncharted. Why was that? I mean, why?
Because
said
it
it
was
was a-
the only adaptation, and other than
That was live action.
the ones, yeah, it was the
The
only
real-
adaptation other than Sonic that came out this year.
It's kind of weird though,
Yeah.
because they said that Uncharted was a prequel, but then they played it off as if it was based on the first game. I'm like, what? So which one is it, bro?
And meanwhile,
Neither.
Nolan North guest stars as himself in that game.
Yeah,
He
Yeah,
could have just
bruh.
gotten Nolan North
Movie.
himself to play it though.
Yeah.
they could have gotten Nathan Fillion to play it.
Yeah, Nathan.
They could
Fillion
have
was
gotten
the
Mark
fan felt
Wahlberg
about
to
it.
play him.
Yeah. Instead they got fucking Spider-Man. Even he admitted that he
Discount
regrets the way he played
Spider-Man.
the character. I'm not gonna call him that. I like him as Spider-Man. No Way Home was fucking awesome.
Yes, but that was
When I see
was the
scenes
anomaly.
of when I see
No.
scenes of that movie, I don't
that
see
and Infinity
Uncharted-
War are like the only significant appearances he's had that were any good.
Civil War and Endgame.
Civil
Yeah,
War
Civil War was
for
great.
No Way
Endgame
Home.
was not. No, okay. So Endgame was not
Even-
significant, and Civil War was terrible.
Yeah.
No,
His
it wasn't.
British accent
No.
kept bleeding through.
Okay, no, we're
That
not
was
debating about
first-
Civil War again. We've done this. No, we're not doing this again. We've done this too
Civil
many
War is
times.
a travesty of filmmaking.
We're not. Stop it, Alex.
Casting that
I will
aside,
get-
it
Don't
really
make me
is.
get the voice mod out. I will get the
Cast-
voice mod.
Casting that
I will
aside,
get the
I
voice
really
mod
do.
and you will fear me.
Fuck,
Fear
man.
me, for I am
Yeah,
orbital.
casting aside,
Casting that aside, that opinion aside of Civil War, whether it's shit or good, this was a good selection of adaptations. I mean, granted, we could say
aside from
a lot of things about the Uncharted movie. Why they casted, the guy they casted for the main character, yada yada. But the others were good choices. Cuphead was a good choice. Cyberpunk was a good choice. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was
Oh
a good
no,
choice.
my
Honestly,
bar!
I would have been happy either way if they chose any of the others except for Uncharted.
I like the running gag between the frogs. Oh no, our bar is sinking. You saying it's my fault? So what if I am? And then they just start punching each other.
Yeah.
Alright, next one. Star Wars Jedi Survivor was shown and will be coming out on March 17th.
Okay.
Cal Kestis has a crossguard lightsaber.
Yep. Wait, does he,
That was a cool lightsaber design. They might as well, use it.
Keep in mind,
he does have two lightsabers in the trailer.
Keep in mind,
He
Cal
does.
Kestis is voiced by Superboy.
Cal
Right.
Kestis is also voiced by Gotham's the Joker.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
and Superboy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
here comes
out
the
of
next...
the roles that guy has played, I far prefer his Superboy to his Joker. But
Alright,
that's mostly just
alright.
because Gotham was shit.
Here comes the next one. Here comes the next biggie. Death Stranding 2 was revealed. Kojima
we knew
says
that.
there was a lot of things to look and talk about in the trailer. He said he rewrote the entire story from scratch because of the pandemic and said that he didn't want to predict the future, so he ended up rewriting it.
Sense, honestly. I mean, this guy has predicted the future way so many times. It's not even funny at this point. Actually, no. I
Yeah.
take that back. It's so funny about how unfunny it is at this point because of it. So if he but if he wanted, to rewrite it from scratch because of his future predictions of the COVID thing, which let's be honest, brought out a lot of sadness and unfortunate shit to happen. It kind of makes sense why you want to rewrite it.
And plus, I wouldn't want to predict the future, so I would probably rewrite just to prevent that. But let's be honest, you're probably going to predict the future anyways. If you do
Yeah,
that, you're
he's-
just tempting fate.
Yeah, he's a smart guy, so whether or not this is intentional, he's gonna predict it, one or two things.
Anyways, so the next topic of the best narrative goes to God of War Ragnarok.
Sure.
Tekken 8 was shown off.
Yes.
Just a Keys. That was pretty good, but it was very short. That's it. Best art direction goes to Elden Ring. Best AR VR game goes to Moss Book 2. Best
Wait,
Sim
what?
strategy game goes to Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. And best community support goes to Final Fantasy 14.
Okay.
Go back to the last two games. What was the one before the Final Fantasy one?
Mario and Rabbids Spark of Hope.
Okay, and what was that? Well, what was that for?
Best Sim strategy game.
What were the other games?
Best art direction goes to Elden Ring, and best
I'm
AR VR
talking-
game goes to Moss Book.
I'm talking about like what were the other games that were there
Oh,
picked from
so
for the strategy
for
game?
best, yeah. So there's Dune, Spice Wars, Total War, Warhammer 3, Two Point Campus, and Victoria 3.
Boy, yeah, I can see why they picked that. Yeah, yeah.
It's a
Never mind.
great game too, so it deserved it.
Yeah, but just the rabbits, man. They could have done anything else but the rabbits. Okay, what
Hell,
was the one?
they're funny in that game, man. I don't care. They're
They could
funny.
have they could have done the whole Rayman thing. Instead, they just picked out the one.
Rayman's coming
creature.
as DLC actually.
That's the problem. Everybody remembers Rayman. They want more Rayman, yet all we're getting is more rabbits, and now Rayman is reduced to what? A DLC character?
Yeah, I still really like the game and the rabbits in them, but that's just my opinion.
About that, man. I want to get the game too because Mario RTS just sounds interesting enough to me. But
Oh, it's fun.
you
If
could've
play
just
both
gotten-
games, they're fantastic.
you could have just crossed it over with Rayman in general. I would have got doing that. I would have tolerated the rabbits a little more because they are part of the Rayman universe. But come on, how cool would it have been to have Rayman, Globox, and all those other characters with the rabbits there? Then
I would
would've-
imagine the third game would do that, honestly.
You know what
considering
they
that the
could
last-
do? Mario versus Sonic Dark Brotherhood.
Nah, that would actually be smart, but
No,
no, it
no,
would
no,
never happen.
no, even better. Or Mario and Sonic versus Jack Black and Jim Carrey.
Oh,
Okay, next
Smash
one. So
Brothers
best
Cinematic
sports racing
Universe.
game.
And
So
meanwhile,
best
Chris
best-
Pratt has no
so-
idea why Ben Schwartz is so much better
Close.
received.
Best sports racing goes to Gran Turismo 7. Best
Sure.
multiplayer goes to Splatoon 3. Best audio design goes to God of War Ragnarok. And best content creator goes to League. I can't say that right. It's like a
Give a
tongue
shit
twister.
about
Also,
those
where's
guys.
Scott the Waz on that? He didn't
There-
even get
yeah,
nominated.
Yeah,
They
where's
always
Scott
go
the
for-
Waz?
they never
Where's
go
the-
for like the other. They always looks like they're picking out the very, very weird picks. Like
Yeah.
when it comes to talking about internet stars, there's no Scott the Waz.
Honestly, with content creator, I expected Nibelian to win, but no, he got shafted.
They're always picking like the Let's Players and the competitive players. They never once like actually pick out the reviewers, the essay writers, or like the documentary kind of people. They're always picking up competitive players and Let's Players. That's it.
Well, PewDiePie was nominated one year, and that was after he stopped doing Let's Plays all that much. But
Yeah, that
that's-
was weird.
that hasn't been as much recently.
Yeah, but think about it. There's
Then you've
more
gotten people
than
who do,
just Let's Plays.
Like edited
and
videos.
there's more than Let's Plays and competitive play. Like
Like
in,
shit,
like,
has the Angry Video Game Nerd ever been nominated? I don't think
no,
so.
he's never been nominated for anything, and he's still going. He's still doing the shtick of the Angry Video Game Nerd. There was once or twice he's done like Let's Plays with Mike Matei and like Bad Luck Bootsy.
James and Mike Mondays, those are good.
Yeah, he's done stuff like that, but mostly he's been still doing the AVGN stuff. But you would think they would go for like the more old school guys that are still around.
Yeah, he's the elder statesman of video game
Yeah,
content
there's,
on YouTube. Why the
there's
hell
other
aren't they
people-
doing something about it?
there's other
Yeah, give him a
people
Lifetime
who've been-
Achievement Award. Fuck.
There's even other people that have been
Anyways,
around just as long as he
but
has, like Cat
We need to
Carrot.
start moving on. We need to start. I only have less than an hour left. We need to get through these fast. So, best action game goes to Bayonetta 3. And I
Okay.
don't like that, but it was literally competing against nearly nothing. Its competition was Call of Duty, Neon White, Sifu, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah,
Pick
because
that
all
one
of
over
those games
Bayonetta.
were in the same fucking genre.
I would have picked TMNT over Bayonetta, and as much as I love Bayonetta,
I agree,
you know-
but I see why Bayonetta won.
yeah, but they are always like casting aside the beat 'em ups of anything. So it would have been nice to see TMNT win something. Hell, it would have been nice
Yeah,
to
and
see
Bayonetta 3
General win
deserves
something.
no rewards.
Well, this is like having. This is a weird case again. This is like having in like best puzzle game, and the nominees are The Legend of Zelda, Tetris, and fucking Bubble Bobble.
Well, Bubble
You know?
Bobble and Tetris obviously makes sense, but I think the reason why anybody would put Zelda in there is because they just happens to have puzzles in it, which is, not really a good choice.
Yeah, but this
Not
is
really
my
good reason.
point. This is a very strange setup here.
These are
Yeah, like-
action games, but the thing is they belong on their own subgenre. Like Bayonetta, okay, yeah, action game, that fits. The Call of Duty game, no, that belongs in an FPS category. Sifu and the TMNT Shredder's Revenge one, those belong more in the beat 'em up category, if anything. Yeah, you can say it's an action game, but let's call a spade a spade. Those are beat 'em up games.
Guys, we really do need to move on and get to the next topic.
Yeah, let's go to the next one. Transformers Reactivate was announced. Some new
That was-
Yeah,
first-person
that didn't
game
look like a
was revealed.
Transformers game to me when I
It
saw
did
that.
not. It really looked weird. I didn't even know what kind of game it was.
I mean,
at
to be
first.
Then they
fair,
revealed-
they only showed like a minute. We don't really know yet, so I can't really
I think-
comment.
I think the reveal at the end showed that the Autobot they were working on was Bumblebee, and it was
Bumblebee,
like,
yeah.
it would have made a hell of a lot more sense if that was Optimus.
Right.
But
Yeah,
Bumblebee
but
is the face of the
Bumblebee is-
franchise now, so
Bumblebee has become such
Autobots
a iconic character nowadays, thanks to not Michael Bay. Yeah, Michael
Oh,
Bay.
yeah,
It was thanks to
Michael
Michael Bay that
Michael
Bumblebee
Bay. It
came
was
up.
Michael Bay.
Michael
Also,
Bublé made.
Best score in
Transformers.
music goes to God of War Ragnarok.
What was that competing against?
Let me look. I have the list here. Let's see. Best score in music. I lost it. Damn it. Alright, best score in music. Best score.
You have failed this city, bad.
There it is. It was competing. The Game Awards site is glitchy. Give me a fucking break.
Look it
Alright.
up on Wikipedia.
No.
Wikipedia
Also,
will have
you're
all of
the.
the
Let me read it. Let me read it. Alright.
No.
Plague Tale, Elden Ring, Metal Hellsinger, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Man.
Those are all great. Like even the God of War one's good. So tough
Xenoblade should have won.
Blade, yeah.
Yeah, I
Still
agree. Anyways, a Crash literally crashed the show by crashing through the building and announced Crash Team Rumble, a new fighting platforming game.
So more of a fighting battle royale game.
Yeah,
No, if it was a platform.
it'll be on PlayStation and Xbox, no PC version for some
Fuck
reason.
good.
You know it's gotta come to PC in like a little bit.
Actually, yeah, but you know how Sony is. Bitches.
It's not even it's Activision, which makes it weirder considering that Microsoft's fucking buying
Owns
them.
them, yeah.
Hope to God that when they do buy them, they immediately report every Crash Bandicoot game and every form of said Bandicoot
I hope
game
so.
onto
Well,
Steam.
they already did. They already bought them.
The
No,
remake
it
trilogy
still
doesn't
hasn't
count.
been
Give
fully
me
approved
four,
yet. It's going
give
to
me Crash
happen, but you
Bash,
know.
Give me the original CTR.
But we already
Anyways,
have the
best- hang on.
CTR.
Oh, and just
Best-
so you know,
best-
Top Bandicoot still got that S.
Okay, so best RPG goes to Elden Ring, best independent game goes to Stray, best action adventure goes to God of War Ragnarok, and player's voice goes to Genshin Impact, which beat out Sonic Frontiers.
Boo!
Why is there a Player's Choice Award, anyways?
Oh, you don't know?
No,
No,
I'm
I-
asking. Like, why
Okay.
is there a Player's Choice Award in this? Because
Because
this is
players
baffling as
who,
the
there's
audience
a player's-
voted.
Because
If
the
there's a-
audience has requested it for years and is considered the true game of the year.
Player's choice makes sense because then you'll know how many sheep voted for what game and how many actual people with taste voted for other games.
The Samurai game won the first player's choice, and that was technically the game of the year. So, anyways, next one, best ongoing game goes to Final Fantasy 14. No shit.
Sure.
Best art direction goes to Elden Ring.
Sorry.
Armored Core 6 is announced.
That's hype.
Yes. Let's see. Final Fantasy 16 comes out June 22nd, 2023. Will be exclusive and for 6 months.
Yeah, that's
The what?
exclusive. That feels exclusive,
PlayStation
all
5.
right. That's exclusive.
Yep, it's for like 6 months. Like the Sony thing says, will be exclusive until December 31st, 2023.
Cap.
Anyway, so Game of the Year goes to Elden Ring.
Kind of funny how that got a Game of the Year despite, fucking God of War getting all those goddamn awards.
Consider Sony must have paid for a lot of those rewards, but who knows? I mean, it's good, but I don't know. I haven't played it. I can't comment on it.
I've seen the gameplay.
Anyway,
I've seen the art
that's
direction
not
and
the thing
everything.
we should focus on. We need to focus on the literal elephant in the room, or should I say child? Oh, that was-
Bill Clinton.
Oh. For anyone that doesn't know,
Bill Clinton.
for anyone that doesn't know, when the Elden Ring devs were walking up on stage, this random 15-year-old just scrolled along with them. None of them noticed, despite him patting one of them on the back, as if he also won the reward, and just sort of stood there, waiting for them to finish their speech until they finished, and he walked up to the mic and said, "Gizmo, you're up."
I nominate this award to be my friend Bill Clinton. Thank you very much.
You forgot the other thing.
Fuck it.
No.
Yeah, he said Bill Clinton was his rabbi.
Yeah, there you go, his rabbi.
His fucking rabbi.
And you know what? The fact that that happened isn't even the most interesting aspect of this story. That would have just been another stupid gag that happened if it wasn't for the fact that the media tried to turn that into some sort of anti-Semitic dog whistle, despite the fact that this kid is fucking Jewish.
Yeah, Jason
fucking dumbass,
Strafer, the journalist
Fryer,
at the
yeah.
actually asked him a question in Hebrew, and he understood it without issue.
Yeah.
Funny thing about that kid, this is not his first rodeo. There's a couple of times he's actually done something similar. Another
He held
one
up the
where
Free Hong Kong sign at
Yes.
the NBA a while ago.
Yes,
Yeah.
he held up a Free Hong Kong jersey, and the camera got a bit of it before they were like, "Oh shit," and just tried to turn it away. And he was also on InfoWars.
To talk about that, we have to mention, because people kept saying that out of context, and it's like, yeah, he was on InfoWars to talk about the fact that he held up the Free Hong Kong jersey.
Chemicals turn him gay.
I don't like to put chemicals in the water that turn the jerseys Chinese.
Anyway, but yeah, so the kid has been on multiple interviews, and
Yeah.
he's a funny kid. He's played a character, and it's
Wait. So
Even if he's
what you're
outright
saying is that
Bill Clinton's his rabbi on the Game Awards. I mean, yeah.
wait, guys, what you're saying is that we have this generation's fucker right in the pussy.
Yes, but this is actually legit. This actually happened.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
At first.
Just for the shit and giggles. I want to point out the video is so fucking funny. You can see him walking up to them in the background, and no one batted an eye. No one batted an eye. We need to get him on our show. He has his email open up. We need to invite him at some point.
No, we don't. No,
Yeah, let's do that.
No, that's
We're
not.
getting more
I sent
engagement. We need.
you his email a little bit ago. You have.
I should have already gotten him, but I haven't had time to do anything.
Do it after the stream. We need to do this. And alright, I'm gonna get back to the. Also, okay, back to outside the Game Awards. Back to the Oscars. Disney has nominated for Love and Thunder for Best Visual Effects
And Best Picture.
Yeah.
I
A movie
want it
that
to
has
win
lost
Best
hundreds-
Picture.
A movie that lost hundreds of millions of dollars as well.
I want Thor 4 to win Best Picture because everybody will lose respect for the Oscars after that.
It will never happen
No,
because
I
of that.
mean,
Because they aren't that stupid to fall for that bait.
sure about that?
Nah, you got a point. Maybe it will. I don't know anymore. It would be funny though.
They snubbed so many movies that should have won Best Picture.
No shit. Of
Stealing
course.
Private
It's harder
Ryan.
when it comes to Disney, though. It's like their movies come out in theaters the longest. It's their shit that gets sold out the most. And if we're to believe Tarantino about it, they fuck over like the smaller movie creators too.
Yep.
So if anything, if this does get picked for like the best out of all the movies, I think people would lose even more respect for the Oscars if there's even any left.
I just saw something really stupid and I need to read it. This hurts. So, remember when Legendary had the film rights to My Hero Academia?
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Oh lord.
Yeah.
Guess who they lost the rights to?
It's Netflix. The guys
Yes.
who made that shitty Death Note film.
God.
And guess
And
who's
the
the
shitty Cowboy
showrunner?
Bebop.
Guess who's going to be the showrunner for My Hero Academia Netflix?
The Bebop guys.
The showrunner for Obi-Wan.
Ah,
Joy!
God.
Do you want to take me out to dinner? Because I love a good
I
steak.
like Obi-Wan, but he's not going to make a good fucking My Hero show. That's a disaster.
And they're not
And
going to
this is
fall.
coming from someone who liked Obi-Wan.
They're
Look,
not
just-
going to follow the source material one little bit. They're going to mess the costumes up. They're going to mess the cast up. They're going to mess with the fucking villains. Never mind the heroes.
I'm more confused about the fact that Legendary lost the rights. Why would you go from Legendary to fucking Netflix? That's like going from Nintendo to Nintendin.
what?
No, that's like going from Nintendo to Atari, considering they fucked up a lot.
Yeah. I was
No,
trying to make it like
no,
a
never mind.
bootleg
No,
name, but
I
that
take that
worked.
back. I take that back. It's like going from Nintendo to the Amico.
Oh.
Oof.
Netflix
But yeah, this
is
makes me
the
sad.
intelligent
Like when
Amico.
Legendary got started, oh, Legendary's pretty good. Maybe they'll make this right. And no.
No.
Who would they even
Never
cast
happened.
to begin with? Like, never mind. No. I
The
shouldn't even
last
ask that.
person you'd think.
This is the problem though. The last person I think should be a good thing because this has happened a lot with movies. Nobody thought Tobey Maguire would be a good Spider-Man. Nobody thought that who was Keaton? Michael Keaton would be a good Batman. There was a lot of controversy about who would be a good Superman. There's gonna be something like that with My Hero Academia if Legendary were gonna pick it, sure.
You know
with
what they should do?
Netflix,
They should
But
get
with-
Zack Snyder to do the show and then just cast Henry Cavill as All Might.
That would be cool. But with Netflix, they're going to do it for the wrong reasons. They're going to add an agenda to why they casted Froppy as a girl of color. They're going to add an agenda of why they casted a tranny for, One for All. There's going to be like an agenda.
Yeah, no,
for-
they wouldn't do that because that would be negative representation. That would be
They
negative
would.
representation.
They've done it. And they're going to
If
do it
they
again.
would
if
not-
they're gonna-
They would not do that. They would make All for One a straight white male.
He's Japanese, though. That's the thing. They already don't get that this entire.
Nah, they can't have the
anime
villain
series-
a minority. They have to make the villain white.
They don't. The Netflix itself have done so many agenda pushing whatever the fucks that they forget that anime and manga are already diverse enough to the point
Yeah.
where they don't have any excuse to change the cast. It's all Japanese, sometimes one or two Chinese characters, depending where you look, and maybe like less than a handful of Americans. It's mostly Japanese for a lot of these, if not everything. So when they start changing a few of them, like let's change that Japanese to a black person, let's change that Japanese to an Indian person, that's when the pot starts stirring as to having us ask, what the fuck are you doing, Netflix?
What?
It's one thing if it's one thing if the races were ambiguous, like say it was a land of fantasy, and nobody's like American, African, or anything like that. Okay, then maybe. But
Yeah, but then you also have the fucking Lord of the Rings show.
yeah, you have that. The books clearly tell you what they look like. The movies clearly show you what they're supposed to look like. Why would you ignore the official source material? Netflix, I feel like they're just gonna ignore everything. And if one or two people that are involved in the anime decide to or are hired to be involved in it, they're gonna ignore them straight up. It's gonna be another Dragon Ball Evolution thing where it's like, oh, I'm
Yeah, I
the
was
creator.
gonna say, this is gonna turn into Dragon Ball Evolution
It's
real
gonna be
fucking
like, oh,
quick.
I created Dragon Ball Z. I can help you out. And they're like, no, we know better than you. It's gonna be like that.
I want to make a point because maybe the creator will have a lot of input, like the One Piece guy does. And even then, like the One Piece guy has had a lot of fights with Netflix from what I'm seeing. Like if you look at the castings, you can tell that he was able to get 75% of the castings he wanted versus the 25% that Netflix got. Because there are some castings that made no
Why are the
goddamn
rings
sense.
so far apart?
Hey,
Like
Alex.
for example, there's one chick from One Piece that got race swapped as a black woman, which that's definitely not the One Piece guy's
Then
decision.
lean
That's
away
definitely
from
a
your
Netflix
microphone.
one.
You're too close to the mic.
Hey, what should I name my Vaporeon?
Me? Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I don't have my mic plugged in. I'm using my laptop thing, and I've been in the same position this entire night.
Okay, lean back from the microphone.
This far enough?
Haha.
Anyway, guys.
I can't hear you. I'm on the other side of my room.
Anyway, guys, what should I name my Vaporeon?
Yo.
Pocket.
Vaporeon, don't fuck me.
Pocket. Pocket. You know
Alex.
Pocket.
Rocket.
Pocket.
Pocket.
Rocket.
Pocket.
Pocket.
Yeah.
Pocket.
Well, seeing as you guys aren't coming up with creative names, I
know
shall.
why I'm calling
Okay,
it
hang on.
Pocket.
Mick. M-I-C-K.
All right.
No. Better.
M-I-C-K.
M-I.
Anyways, next
As in
topic.
Mick
The voice
Foley?
acting in
Jagger.
McJagger.
Yeah.
So Mick space J. Mick. So I had the spelling of the first word right, correct?
Yeah, you have a Keith and you have a Mick. Now all you need is the other two guys whose names I forget.
Mick.
And you gotta get a Geodude and call him Rolling.
Oh wait, I actually could get a Geodude, but you know what, I'll just call him McJag because there's not enough room for Jagger. From now on,
Anyways, let's go to the next topic. The Crisis Core voice acting for the remake sucks.
Yep. I heard it.
I don't know if you guys saw the clip,
Yep.
but someone
I have.
said, "Who signed off on this VA? Zach sounds like he makes video essays about the Mario Kart speedrunning community."
No, he sounds more like he keeps on telling the people I'm not an RPG guy.
That's
Which I
an
don't
insult
fucking-
to Scott the Waz.
Which I don't
Yeah.
fucking get. If
No.
you're a Nintendo guy, how is it you have not
No.
even played one RPG? Eat me. Okay, I'm done.
I don't think I want to eat you.
No, he has played the RPGs. He's just not a fan of them. He does like Dragon
Why
Quest
are they
11.
so low? Give me more rings, please. Thank you.
Alex.
Anyways,
Yeah.
why is our video playing? All right, there we go. Okay, next topic. Death Battle. Death Battle is doing their first ever community poll, or polls, I should say. They're allowing fans to pick 2 episodes for next season: one 2D fight and one 3D fight. I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
read the polls.
Who,
I'm gonna read
who
one
are the
poll.
nominees?
Okay, the nominees
Yeah,
for
alright, so for the 2D nominees, we have Captain America versus Kamen Rider Ichigo, Among
Yes.
Us versus Fall Guys,
Fuck you.
Kyle Rayner versus Simon the Digger,
That's
Ori-
Simone, the
Right.
digger.
Finn and Jake versus
Dude,
Mordecai and Rigby,
Dude, you
and Bill
mispronounced.
versus
great.
Discord.
Dude, you
What was the
mispronounced
last one?
Simone.
Wait, what was the last one? I don't think they heard
Bill
that.
versus Discord was the last one.
I
Bill
don't
as
care
we go-
about that.
Bill,
I
as we
like
go Cipher from,
these are all genuinely great except for maybe Among Us versus Fall Guys, but even then that
Yeah.
would make for a great joke episode.
think I was gonna
They
say
should make
the
all of
Among Us-
those.
Ben,
Yeah,
like I
you know,
said,
I'll get to my opinion on that after we give our thoughts on both polls. But all of these are fantastic matchups. I
anyway,
would love to
Ben,
see any of them
Ben.
happen.
Ben,
I'm
Yeah.
really
before you continue on, know that you mispronounced Simone the Digger.
It's I thought it was Simon.
No, it's Simone. Have you never
Why
watched?
is it spelled Simon then?
That's
Is
how
it
it's
S-I-
pronounced.
is it Simon?
Yes, it's
S-I-
it's
That's
spelled.
Simon.
No, it's
That's
pronounced
Simon.
Simone.
It's spelled Simon.
It's pronounced Simone. Have neither of you watched
Well,
Gurren
no,
Lagann?
Oh,
It's Simone.
Okay,
I only know about the
Okay.
big titty redhead that has a sniper. Shut up.
Yeah.
okay.
That's
next
Yoko.
one. Next one. All right. So the 3D poll has Cole McGrath versus Alex Mercer, Kratos versus Azora from Azora's Wrath.
Asura.
Don't
Steve,
care.
Asura, my bad. Steve versus Emmett, Minecraft versus Lego. Kim
Okay.
Ghidorah versus Deathwing. Illidan versus Acta, which is a World of Warcraft versus Genshin matchup. And
Oh.
Spy from Team Fortress 2 versus Hitman.
No, Agent 47.
Agent 47. Oh yeah,
the
yeah. I
character
mean,
is Agent
yeah.
47 from
It's
Hitman.
Agent 47, I know, but I'm used to calling him Hitman, so my brain just kind of automatically said it. These are all great. The only
Fatal
thing I
Alert
question is
1048, the animator DC2 says hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Wait, what's his name?
I'm not repeating that.
Death
Fatal,
Battle fan?
Fatal Error 1048. The animator, or DC2.
Right. Alright. That's a fun name. But yeah, all these matchups are great. The only thing I question is the World of Warcraft versus Genshin one, but I mean, that one makes sense theme-wise.
Genshin Impact has made an impact in the gaming industry. I think they've made a big enough.
I see what you did there.
No. Oh, I didn't realize what I just said. But they have, though. You have to admit that they've made a big enough impact
Oh,
in
yeah.
the gaming industry for people to ask this kind of a thing. So it makes sense why that's in the poll.
Yeah.
But something like Alex Mercer versus Cole McGrath, man, they could have done
It would have
that.
been great a
Here.
long time ago.
Yeah, could have been better a long
according
time
to
ago.
according to Ben, they've never done it because one, they weren't really sure if they could even do it because there would be a lot of affection stuff going on with that, and that would be a lot of money.
Here-
And they don't know if they can pull it off with the tech they have. They think they can do it now, though. They think they can
Sure,
pull
but
it
you
off
have to-
now with the budget that they have. But back then, it was not really.
Yeah, but you have to remember these are the same guys that did Hulk versus Doomsday, RoboCop versus Terminator, and Goku versus Superman 1 and
I
2.
know, but Cole McGrath versus Alex Mercer has a lot more going on with it, especially with Alex Mercer's powers.
They have a lot more power sets, but they have like a larger power set, but so did a lot of the
I mean,
other
like, I'm
characters.
talking about in terms of effects. Like, the effects for Alex Mercer, especially, would be very difficult to pull off. But
Gentlemen,
yeah, Simon! It says Simon!
read it.
Simon!
Simone.
But anyways, I need
pronounced
to-
like
I need to-
Simone or Simone in English.
yeah.
I'll actually watch it. I'm gonna
I
keep calling
know,
it Simon.
I'm pulling your leg at
His
this
name is
point, but I don't.
Simmons. His name
Okay.
is
Yeah,
now
I'm just
Simmons.
Where's the
I'm
second
really
M?
Calling him Simmons now. Yeah, but if you're wondering what I voted for Kyle versus Simmons.
Yeah, I think it's about time for there to be another Green Lantern match, especially
Yeah.
with the weird ass one.
Simone.
that-
You know what I'd
Simone.
say? I want.
Yeah, well, guys, guess what? They're gonna pronounce his name as Simone.
It doesn't matter,
They
Kevin.
will.
Stop bitching about his name.
I will bitch. I will bitch about it.
His name is Simmons!
Would
His
you?
name is Bob for all I care.
Would you like
Fuck
me?
him.
Would you like me to link Gurren Lagann to you
I
too?
don't
No.
care. It's
Make me
it's
poor, I don't
irrelevant.
care.
I'm more or less joking at this point. It's a dead joke now.
Yeah, we need to move
I'm gonna keep
on.
calling
We
him
need
Simon
to kill
until I
this.
actually see the
Kevin,
anime.
Kevin,
Okay,
Oh,
talk
so we
about
move
the
on.
Kevin,
other
please,
matchup.
lighten
Talk
up.
about-
Ben, please stop making the joke.
The 2D.
I'm not making the joke anymore. I said it's dead.
I know.
The 2D
Okay,
anime.
so-
That I really struggle to pick which one because
Yeah.
well, for one, Among Us versus Fall Guys, I think that's better off a 3D thing. I think that would be more interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I think that would be more interesting seeing them in 3D because considering we have 3D assets for both now. There's no
Yeah,
2D
that's
Fall
true.
Guys stuff as far as I know, except for maybe fan art.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
having a 3D fight with the Among Us crew and the Fall Guys crew makes more sense. Now, with the 2-1, I'm really, really struggling to choose from the 2D one is Discord versus Bill Cipher and Captain America versus Ichigo because, let's be fair, Captain America didn't really have a good episode. Batman
Captain
versus...
America versus Kamen Rider Ichigo sounds like a great idea, but that was a 2D fight,
Yeah.
wasn't it? That they're talking about.
yeah,
That really needs to be 3D. I want to see that, but it really ought to be 3D.
Either way, though, I
Yeah.
feel like that it's either that or Bill Cipher versus Discord because it's about time Captain America had a good episode because the Batman one, while the analysis was only okay, the fight itself was lackluster. Like
It's one of the
literally,
worst episodes.
yeah, literally, you just have the guys fighting in a hallway in an alleyway, and that's it. Come on now, and
Yeah.
as well as the kill. The fucking kill was boring. Just the
Yeah.
next step, bro, from Batman. And,
Didn't even make any fucking sense.
yeah. Oh, in the Bill Cipher versus Discord one, man, I legit don't know how they're gonna tackle this because Bill Cipher and Discord
Yeah.
are two. They're sort of the same in terms of like power set, I guess, but their source materials completely different. Like I feel like Bill Cipher is like, from what I understand, chaos itself, and Discord is just someone who claims to be a god of chaos. So it's really tough because not only does Bill Cipher almost practically get what he wants when he wants it, Discord, on the other hand, from what I've seen, sure he's able to get some stuff when he wants, but it looks like it's still just what's that word? It's still just as unpredictable as the power itself is, because there have been times where he would use his powers and he's just as surprised that something else happened. Like the first time he appeared, he's on a throne in his own created wacky Ponyville world. He summons a cup of chocolate milk with a snap. Instead of drinking the milk, he instead drinks the glass, and he's holding the chocolate milk like it was a cup itself. Creative, funny, but the thing is, he has a look of surprise on his face when he realizes what he's done. So that might be a hindrance in and of itself. Because
Yeah, I honestly,
it's gonna work.
I think it could work very well, but I
I
will
think it
say,
will
like, all
work.
the matchups are really damn good. Like, I like Finn and Jake versus Mordecai and Rigby, for example. That's one of my all-time favorites. I would love to
I
see
would
that.
love to see that.
Kyle Ranger versus I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I'm going to say it wrong.
I feel like that.
I would love to see that because of the backstory behind that matchup. So to give some clarity on that, a guy named Beg, a part of the Death Out community, left. I can't remember. I think it was either like what was it? It was either a military thing or one of those things where you go off country for a few. What was it called? Not mercenary mission. What was it?
Drafted.
No.
No.
What was it? It's like the groups Christians would do every now and then.
Missionaries.
Yeah. It was either that or military, I can't remember. And before he left, the Death Out community came up with a bunch of money and commissioned Brandon Yates to make the song. What was it called? Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, Will of the Drill. It's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Okay,
That's
so
that's an awesome name.
so can I explain in some of the specs, some of the character, or on this one, because I at least know Simo.
Sure, go ahead.
So Simo was an ordinary person who was forced to live underground due to a spiral king who essentially forced humanity under the surface of the earth, but he and his somewhat adoptive older brother, or Kamina, who is the most charismatic man alive, I've went through the surface, and they beat up, and they ended up beating up the Spiral King and his minion. And unfortunately, Kamina didn't make it past episode 8 because he kissed his Yoko.
Huh.
Yeah, it ended up becoming a bit of a thing in the fandom where every time someone kisses Yoko, they die. Simone ends up being the one guy who has all the willpower and is by far the one person who made Kamina into the guy who is so firmly who is so hot-headed and whatnot, because without Simone's determination and willpower, which ends up being enough to break the goddamn universe, at least by the end of the series, Kamina would have just kind of given up on life, because he's actually not at all that that willful of a person, and in reality he just puts on a brave face. I know, a bit odd, isn't it? Also, Simone pilots the head of the Mech Gurren Lagann, unknown as Lagann, while Kamina used to pilot the large body known as Gurren. The name Gurren Lagann means crimson face in Japanese. So when they combine, they become Gurren Lagann. And later on, Simone ends up gaining a power of a ship, power of a large ship. If that basically, it was that was essentially used to stop the thing that
Can't
was.
move too much, because if I do, I get hit by boulders and lose rings. But if I don't move, I can't get rings.
He garners a large.
Back to that bouncy for a little bit.
Yeah, because
So,
Kevin, this is going on way too long. We don't need a plot summary of Gurren Lagann.
I'm really what I'm really hoping for is that this is going to be, better compared to the Hal Jordan versus Ben Tennyson one.
Yeah, at the very
I
least.
feel like they're not
Yeah.
gonna repeat that mistake.
Ben, can you turn off the voice?
Yeah, they're at least not gonna.
I had turned on.
They're at least not going to. They're at least
What
not
else
going to
I'm worried about
repeat the
is that,
mistake, since Kyle Rayner is actually the best Green Lantern.
Well,
Yeah.
people actually say that Hal Jordan's the best, but I think that's.
I think it depends on the person, because both are great.
Yeah, I think
Some people say it's John.
Well, if you
John's
want to
pretty
go,
cool, but
if you want to go by technicality, Hal Jordan technically is the best one. But if I want to talk about
how
like
can
my
you fly
favorite,
through this stuff, but I can't?
if I want to talk about favorites and most loved, Kyle Rayner is the best, the one I love the most, because not only is basically it's because he's a comic book artist. Like, unlike
Yeah.
Hal Jordan or like Jon Stewart relies on blueprints and like military intelligence. Hal Jordan just thinks of uses like raw power. Kyle Rayner literally uses his skills as a freelance comic book artist to create the most creative.
Yeah,
To
he
create
uses
the most-
uses his imagination.
Yeah,
Unlike
great
any of the
imagination.
other Green Lanterns, this guy actually has imagination.
Yeah, he has a great.
Doesn't this imply that doesn't it imply that only comic book writers and drawers have imagination?
Yes, it's highly elitist.
Yes.
No, but I like what they're doing here, because
Yeah, I do too.
Like Jon Stewart, literally is just like blueprints and like military know-how when it comes to like guns and weapons. Hal Jordan just uses the most generic stuff like brick walls, boxing gloves, bats, airplanes.
And
it works.
And we don't
But
talk
when it
about Guy Gardner.
Well, you could, but it's the same thing with him. I mean, he's just as generic as Hal Jordan. It's like energy beams and like pillars and stuff. Not even bats, just pillars and chairs. But with Kyle Rayner, because of him being like a comic book artist, he can use like the smallest amount of detail and create the most amazing constructs. It's because of that, like, he's able to create the coolest mechas out of his ring, the coolest weaponry, like the greatest imagery, just imagery itself too, out of his ring. Like, this is how he was able to beat most of the White Martians when they invaded and tried to, you know, replace the Justice League at one point. And what's funny is that even when he swapped bodies with Steel, it works just as well. Because when Steel was like, I don't know anything about comic books, Kyle Rayner just shouted out, think blueprints! And he was like, oh shit, I haven't thought of that. And it works just as well.
Yep.
like seriously, there was like an episode where the Justice League swap bodies with each other. Steel goes into Kyle Rayner's body and vice versa. And he had no idea how to use the ring because he doesn't read comic books and stuff. And Kyle Rayner was like, no, you don't have to.
Okay.
Just use blueprints or something.
Okay.
Like,
okay, there we go.
You beat him?
And not counting his Green Lantern powers, he possibly is one of the more powerful ones besides Hal Jordan. Like, I think, if I remember correctly, he practically absorbed the entire lantern from, like, Oa or something like that.
Yeah.
When he became the Ion, that's how he became the Ion. Like, he didn't need to use his ring anymore.
So in other words, we got two very powerful multiversal characters going head-to-head with each other, one in a giant robot, and the other with a magic ring.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that would be an interesting matchup. On the other
would,
hand,
It would be a cosmic
Kyle does
matchup
not
on
get-
par with
Kyle does
Goku
not get
versus
enough love.
Superman.
anything else? Is there anything we can skip to? Because
I think
Let's talk about, okay,
I think
wanna
King
talk about
Ghidorah
two more
versus
matchups, 'cause
I think the King
there are two
Ghidorah versus
matchups
the
I
World
really
of
like
Warcraft
here.
dragon might be good.
Spy versus King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
Spy versus Hitman. Spy versus Agent 47. Fuck.
I love the Spy versus Agent 47. That's a great one.
that would be amazing.
That would be fantastic. And I do have a theory. I have a conspiracy theory.
Oh god.
They are absolutely going to do all these episodes.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Because I
Oh,
watched
God.
the podcast and such, and there are certain things that are said that makes me kind of believe that. Like Ben has said that Bill versus Discord is one they should do. They mentioned that when they were talking about Finn and Jake versus Mordecai and Rigby. Ben said we are very long overdue for a Dio fight. And the Dragon one, they've said that we somehow never done a Dragon one. We need to do one. I do believe that these episodes on that list are ones that they are going to do. However, not
Okay,
for season
question:
10.
Who's Bill Cipher?
Bill Cipher is one of the main villains in Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls.
Like,
The
he's a
amazing
legit
Disney villain.
He's a legit villain.
Yeah, fantastic villain too.
He just happens.
Anyways,
to
so here's what I'm thinking they're doing. For these episodes, like, okay, we are going to do these, but we need to do the vote. So let's have the fans decide these 2 out of the 12 episodes here. And then when season 11 comes along, let's do them. Because I do think that they are going to do these episodes. Like in the season 11 or beyond. That's my bet. Because these are matchups that they do want to do, and that they have the capability of doing. And plus, let's be honest, with the 3D fights, everyone is going to lose to Cole versus Alex. That's the popular one.
that's been
with the
suggested
two-
for years.
It's not even going to be a fucking contest, so none of them are going to win. Everything is fodder in that one. In the 2D one, it's a lot closer because Bill versus Discord, Finn and Jake versus Mordecai and Rigby, Kyle versus him, and Among Us versus Fall Guys are the popular ones. I don't know which one of these is going to win. I hope it's the Kyle one, but honestly, it's probably either going to be Among Us or Bill versus Discord.
Okay, guys.
I'm betting it's going for the meme one.
Yeah, I would not be surprised.
Guys, I don't mean to
So-
interrupt your thing, but what am I nicknaming this Teddy Ursa?
Teddy.
Roosevelt.
Hang on.
Roosevelt. Roosevelt.
Alex?
What's its name? What is it again?
A Teddy Ursa?
Roosevelt.
Charlie.
Charlie?
Ed.
Yes.
After what?
After the drummer from the Rolling Stones.
Okay then. I swear this playthrough's gonna end up.
There's an Eggman bot taunting me on the end screen.
The Eggman.
All right, Charlie, the Teddy Ursa will be a part of our party.
What was I gonna say? Well, yeah, that's. I do think that all these episodes will be done genuinely. These are episodes that it wouldn't make sense for them not to do. Most because they're very popular. These are matchups they said they want to do. I just don't think they're gonna do them all in season 10, just the 2 winners, because they already decided the roster of episodes for next season, the big 10th season. To me, it makes more sense if they're going to do them in season 11 and beyond.
Okay, so now
does that make sense?
Yes. Okay, so
Yeah.
now we are going to. So now we're headed up to Mount Battle, where Ash Ketchum would probably be like, Battle! Ash, we're already at Mount Battle. Battle? Yes, Ash, we're at Mount Battle. Battle!
Alright, I'm gonna start the next topic. And speaking of death, Mortal Kombat!
Do 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 do.
Ed Boon had tweeted out a question. What DLC fighter pack, quote unquote remake, would you be the most hyped for? Answer A, Action Pack. Alien, Predator, Terminator, and RoboCop. B, Horror Pack. Jason, Freddy, Texas Chainsaw, plus 1 new. C, Comic Pack. Spawn, Joker, Ninja Turtles, Batgirl.
What
And
is
there was
this
a poll.
obsession with Batgirl?
So far, the winner of the poll is Horror Pack, with 40% of the votes. Action Pack is second place with 30% of the vote, and Comic Pack has 28.8% of the vote.
Well, one, it's not really fair that they spread out the guys like that because they're all good characters.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think here's what I'm thinking. They're making the new Mortal Kombat game, right? And everyone's like, I wonder what's a good way to gauge what guest characters people would be excited for. And it's like, oh, I'll make a poll, a very vague poll, and see what people think. And yeah, it's getting a lot of attention.
Well, if they're planning on bringing back comic book characters, I don't think they're going to bring in Ninja Turtles or Batgirl.
Definitely not Batgirl. That was clearly a placeholder one.
Yeah, and here's the
even
thing.
if they consider like going for a Cassandra Cain Batgirl, I don't think they're going to do that.
You know, that would be awesome.
It would be, but if the thing is, I don't think they're going to do that in the first place.
Oh,
bring back a specific Batgirl for that, as well as the Ninja Turtles, because okay, Ninja Turtles have killed, they have done some brutal shit, but nowadays they're not really known for that. I mean, they still do that in comic book form, but TV shows, movies,
if anything,
games, not going to do that.
Here, you don't want to know who they would add from the Turtles. They would either add Casey Jones or the Shredder.
It's gotta be Shredder. Well, realistically, they're gonna be putting in Shredder before Casey Jones. But God, do I want to see Casey Jones versus Jason Voorhees, man?
Oh, guys.
But go on. You were gonna say something else.
Okay, so there was once a poll a while back when Injustice 1 was still a thing, where Ed Boon basically was like, "Oh, which female character do you think should be DLC?" It was between like Supergirl, I think it might have been Power Girl, Wonder Girl, or something, and Starfire and Batgirl. Batgirl got the least amount of votes, yet she ended up making it into Injustice as 1. How does that make any sense?
I think
it was already in the making by the time he made that poll.
Well,
then what's the point?
The rest of the polls at least made it into DLC in Injustice 2.
Supergirl was a default character.
Well, not Power
rather
Girl.
than going back to
Not Power Girl.
rather
Not
than
Power Girl,
going
was
back to
Supergirl.
get the rest of the Super Emeralds because I don't really care at this point. I'm going to do something a little bit different.
Which is?
Play as Knuckles.
No.
Play as Tails.
No.
Play as two Sonics.
Why?
Why not?
Because it would be
How would I
funny.
do that?
I don't know. Hacks.
Hacks. Get the
No.
mods.
Excuse me.
Hacks.
No.
Hack!
Alex.
This game requires JRE.
What game are you
Oh,
playing
God.
right now?
Don't worry about it.
I am worried about it.
He's doing something malicious.
Yes. I'm installing Java on my computer.
Since
What
we're
are
talking
you-
about
Bastard!
What are you
Since
doing?
we're talking about polls, which poll would you guys vote for? The action, the
I didn't
action
feel
team,
like
horror
voting.
team, or the
I didn't feel like
horror?
I
Yeah,
didn't
same
feel
here.
like voting because I have no faith in any Mortal Kombat game anymore.
I like.
Yeah, I don't really
like
care.
Mortal Kombat
Honestly,
X.
here's the thing. I only bought Mortal Kombat 11 for the guest characters, so I'm extremely biased.
I was already hyped with 11, but I can tell you right now, casting my bias aside, compared to X and 9, they're not as cool to play with. Compared to 11. I mean, 11 is not better to play compared to like X or 9 because X or 9 I feel like is more brutal. The combos are far more spread out, as in like there's more to explore.
God damn it,
there's-
Alex! How many
there's
times am I going to have to see Marcus's face?
Better
I'm-
fan
That's my
service,
standby
better-
image.
There's better
Alex,
fan
why
service,
the
better
fuck are you
character
playing
selection.
Sonic 4?
What?
I told you I was about to do something malicious.
What?
Alex,
What are you doing?
I'm doing
play
something
Sonic
malicious.
fucking
How?
4.
How? Wait, what? Hold on.
Play Sonic 4.
No, it's still. Oh, no. It's still saying. We're, No, it's still.
Episode 1! Episode 2 is better! Why are you playing the worst one?
Wait, how is he playing Sonic 4? I can't see anything.
It says it on Steam that he's playing Sonic 4. I'm gonna send him something weird on his Steam thing.
Oh my god.
Please don't.
Alex, are you recording this
Too
right
late.
now?
Yes, I am.
I can't see your stream. Which, by the way, spoiler alert, the special stages are piss easy.
I need to go in 8 minutes. I need to get through some of the news stuff and then I'll leave you guys.
Alright.
Yeah,
Fuck is that?
I just wanted
Ben,
to
why
say,
did
I
you
wanna
send me a furry shark?
I said I was going to send you something weird, my man. I mean, you should have expected that.
Anyway, let's move on to another
I just wanted
topic.
to-
Yes,
wanted-
I'm gonna go a bit quickly here, so let's keep this quick and brief. Elon Musk confirms that Twitter character limit will be raised from 280 to 4,000 characters.
That's fucking stupid.
Well, not really, considering I really hate the fact that if you have a lot to say, you have to literally like daisy chain your fucking replies together so people would know what you want to say. This is nice. This is good.
Yeah, I don't really care, but I mean it's neat. Also, this is funny. The Last of Us Part 1 on PC is $20 less than the console version. The FNAF movie has just started production.
Finally.
What
Nicolas
else
Cage.
is here?
Ask Nicolas Cage as a security guard. Just saying.
Oh, okay. You know, I'll make this my last topic before I leave, and I'll let you guys do the rest because I'm not talking about the Twitter files. That's gotta be too long. Wonder Woman 3. Dee Luca and Pam Abbey told Patty Jenkins that they didn't think her treatment for Wonder Woman 3 was the right direction. Jenkins told them they didn't understand what she was trying to do and linked a Wikipedia definition of character arc. So Alex, you want to tell the audience what she was going to do?
Okay, so for those of you who are not present for our Wonder Woman 1984 commentary on That Is Too Fucking Loud, holy shit. For our Wonder Woman 1984 commentary on Saturday, Patty Jenkins wanted to introduce Hal Jordan in Wonder Woman 3.
Okay. Doesn't sound bad so far.
Do you know who she wanted to cast as Hal Jordan?
Please don't say Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, no. Fun fact, her casting for Hal Jordan was part of the reason why, Zack Snyder was not allowed to use, well, the fact that she wanted to use Hal Jordan in her movie, I think was part of the reason why, Zack Snyder was not allowed to use Hal Jordan in the Justice League.
What was he gonna use? Those Johnny Sins? What was the, what
I
cast?
think Zack Snyder wanted to use Ryan Reynolds as Hal Jordan, but Ryan Reynolds was more or less using that opportunity to force Marvel into making Deadpool 3.
So here's the thing. Patty Jenkins wanted to cast Chris Pine.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
She wanted him to be the illegitimate grandson of
Steve Trevor.
Steve Trevor. Yep.
Okay. So then that would mean Hal Jordan would be hooking up with Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Yep.
Not the weirdest thing, but at the same time, they never hooked up in the comics.
This is just Patty Jenkins being obsessed with Chris Pine.
Yeah, there's just an obsession at this point. Okay, it's one thing if they brought him back in the second movie the way they did, because
that was also terrible.
It was terrible.
It
was terrible, but it made sense in a way. It was like she was a fish out of water, and now he's the fish out of water.
Yeah,
whatever. But it was bad. It was still bad. But whatever. The third movie, you're casting him again. Okay, you bring back Hal Jordan, but why would you cast Chris Pine again just to be a different character? That just so happens to look like the character that Wonder Woman fell in love with. Dude, this is fan fiction.
No.
This is borderline bad fan fiction, bro.
Oh,
this
Gizmo.
is literally bad fan fiction.
Gizmo.
Like,
I know the answer. It's because Patty Jenkins is secretly a Rule 63 Neil Druckmann.
Fuck him. We all know that everyone gets Rule 63 at one point. The point is Chris Pine again.
No, do you remember who Neil Druckmann is?
Yeah, I know Neil Druckmann, the cuck that was in charge of The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
I know Neil Cuckman.
Who put himself in the game ramming a tranny.
Yeah, I don't want no like fucking muscly like anti-mommy tranny ramming Neil Cuckman in a fucking video game. Why Chris Pine again? Dude, cast someone else. Dude, there's one actor that comes to all of our minds when it comes to a Hal Jordan casting.
Nathan
that should have happened
Fillion.
in the first place. Yes, Nathan Fillion. He should have been Hal in the first place. From the very fucking start. Why are you casting? Dude, you could legitimately just say the same thing and he would look different.
Guys,
it would be like, oh, he's the grandson
Gizmo.
of your
I don't mean
lover.
to disturb your train of thought, but I'm now fighting against a bunch of Sentai people.
Okay.
There's 6 of them.
Okay.
There's 6 tuplets.
Okay.
And they are all color-coded for our convenience.
Okay.
And they can't count worth a damn. Anyway. So, let's move on to another topic. And
Stop
since I'm playing
with
an
the
RPG...
Chris Pine casting. To stop. Cast anyone else for Hal Jordan. I don't care if it's the fan. I don't care if it's the one that fan asked for from the beginning or just someone else entirely. Stop getting Chris Pine to fuck Wonder Woman. Just stop.
Okay, so Alex, you said that Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster games are ESRB rated for Switch/PS4.
Oh, I didn't say that Wario64 did, but
yeah,
yes,
but you're the one
are.
who posted the news article.
Yes.
What is that though? What is that?
The Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters.
Yeah, is it
Um,
exactly how it sounds, or?
Yes.
Hang on, wait. I'm back. My internet disconnected. I wanted to make one final point before I leave.
What was that?
The Luca and Abby thing. It does prove that there are bosses who make the call over James Gunn and Peter. And granted,
Although
they didn't make the call to reject the treatment.
they made a call to get it rewritten, and Patty Jenkins said no.
Yeah. James
Okay.
Gunn and Peter offered a rewrite.
Okay, so these guys essentially have, like I said, color-coded Pokemon. So Browsix, who I'm fighting right now, has a ground type and a Hoothoot. Because Hoothoot is brown, don't you know?
Alright, so I gotta go now. Thank you for having me for the night, guys.
No problemo.
And I'll see you guys this Friday. Woo!
Never do that voice again. Anyway, and now, so this just confirms that the Pixel remasters are happening on consoles.
Yep. Thank God. It's about damn time.
Now, oh, Gizmo, do you have any thoughts on these?
For what?
The Pixel remasters?
I mean, is it literally
Yes.
just a one-for-one remake of the original Final Fantasy games, like
Yes.
1 through 6?
With high-definition pixel graphics, yes.
Okay.
As long as they do it right.
They
just
already
as
did
long
it.
as they do-
They're good.
Okay, as long as they're good then, and as long as they did it right. Because there are times where I get a game that's apparently remastered or like HD ported or whatever the fuck, and I notice one or two things that just doesn't sit right with me. And while it doesn't ruin the game entirely, it ruins certain moments. Like, you know, they change the soundtrack. You know, certain things look uglier than they are. They replace certain models, that kind of thing. Like how Budokai 1, when they remastered it, they replaced it with Tenkaichi music. Or
And
like
Raging
how,
Blast music.
yeah, and or how like Budokai 3 remastered, they took away like bits of gore. They like censored out with like whiteouts if moments where it's like too violent, I guess, like when Broly is like driving your head into the ground, that grapple move.
Yeah.
It's shit like that where it's like, okay, I know you're remaking it, but what exactly are you doing?
Anyway, so Culture Crave has been posted. It says Christopher Nolan says he recreated the first nuclear weapon detonation without using CGI for #Oppenheimer.
Now, this does not mean that he set off an actual nuke. What it more likely means is that he just, used practical effects to recreate the mushroom cloud to scale.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes sense, because otherwise, why would they ever have this man as a film director?
They dumbass.
Well, that's a given. Anyway,
It is Warner Brothers we're talking about?
Right.
Question mark?
Oppenheimer for multiverses.
Anyway, Gizmo, you posted a bit from @Bernie Spinoff for Australia. Social credit introduced to access
Universal.
the internet via your digital ID. Citizens need 100 points of identification to use social media, and the police will have access to your accounts, including private messaging. Goodbye, freedom. Hello, tyranny.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you know what?
who
This
wants-
is what you get. This is what you get for giving up your firearms.
Do you know what else? Do you know what other country does this?
Canada.
And I'm not. Yeah, China. I'm not memeing. They actually do this. They have a social credit system where you are relying on just so you can do everyday shit. So if you talk bad about the government, take away points, you're not allowed to do certain things. You agree with someone who's against the government, take away points, you can't do certain things. You can't go on a bus, train, you can't buy certain things, you can't go to certain places. They refrain from
I'm not
you.
gonna get the Chaos Emeralds right now.
They
because-
basically tell you because of wrongthink. And
The more out of
because-
order you get the Chaos Emeralds, the easier they are to get.
basically
Yeah,
they
that's
tell
I know
fair.
this
you
from
have,
experience.
basically wrongthink. gets you
Yeah,
nothing.
I agree with you on that one. But seriously, those special stages are piss easy, Alex.
Yeah, it's just getting to them that's the issue.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so we already talked about the My Hero Academia live-action film that works, so we don't need to go over that.
You cheat.
And
Oh, look at this.
what
It's the remake of
exactly?
Green Hill Zone.
And what exactly is this gizmo? Oh,
Hey, Eggman, you maybe want to get some new ideas, buddy. Because I've seen this one several times
ABCNewsGo.com.
before.
GMA Culture. Our video game Fortnite faces new lawsuit. Ooh dear. A class action lawsuit accuses the makers of the video game of designing the game to create a dependency of failing to warn of the risks of addiction.
Yeah.
Mm,
You don't see anything wrong with what they're doing? Not the game.
no, I
company.
don't.
Not the game
'Cause-
company. The news.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
gonna
the
lose.
News. Yeah, fuck the news.
They're
This
gonna
is
lose.
not a-
They're gonna lose that lawsuit so hard.
How many times does the news have to keep fucking, smearing gamers? How
Fatal
long do they
Error
do that
says I
news?
love Sonic 4. I have it on Android.
Oh, cool.
It's really irritating, man. It's like, it's one thing if they're asking certain questions, does gaming give you more social awareness, or is gaming healthy for you in general? But when they're
The
outright
obvious answer
saying,
is yes.
but if they're outright saying games make you fat, games make you violent, games make you psychotic, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you the news
Welcome.
or are you TMZ?
Welcome to 30 years ago with Open Bar.
I love how we keep
There's a new
referencing.
Metallica album coming out, just like it was 30 years ago.
I love how we keep using that reference to Loop on the Third Abridged.
On the third.
Anyway, and then you also posted Mortal Kombat 12 roster T. These I believe we already discussed that.
Nope, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, you did not.
Well, we've brought up the idea. Oh, new Mortal Kombat, but
Talked
new Mortal
about
Kombat
those-
sucks. So
You talked about Mortal Kombat DLC packs coming back in a future game, and this is literally just a roster tease.
Right.
That-
let's
the
call that
roster-
topic good. It's not that important or interesting.
No.
It's just Mortal Kombat 12.
I mean,
That could be a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of is important considering there have been people who bitched that Scorpion and Sub-Zero weren't in certain games.
Well,
Mortal
anyway.
Kombat 3.
Moving on.
True.
Alex, you posted a Museum of the Moving Image at Moving Image NYC, best known for his collaborations with David Lynch, including Twin Peaks, Blue Velvet, and Mulholland and Drive. A famed composer, Angelo Badalamenti, has passed away.
Rest in peace.
I have
Another
not-
musician actually died recently as well, who did stuff for Kamen Rider and various anime.
Oh, yeah, that one I heard about. He was 70-something. Man, he doesn't
What was
look
his
like
name?
that. Forgot.
Angelo Badalamenti.
No, the Kamen Rider guy.
No idea.
Well, anyway, I just taught McJag water gun.
Jag.
4 has really weird graphics.
Yes, it does. And not only that, its physics are almost non-existent.
I think
Yeah.
the graphics are okay for what they
I mean,
are.
it looks okay and it plays perfectly fine, but it's a very weird looking game. Like, some of the graphics look really good, and then you have some stuff where it looks like almost like it was supposed to be rendered for the fucking Saturn.
So, oh,
Okay, thank you, game. I
and
already got the
Gizmo,
tutorial
what
last time.
exactly is the stupidest argument and for game journalist difficulty in games?
Oh, well,
What is?
I can kind of
Yeah, I
answer
would-
that.
I
There was
like to
just
read.
Okay.
I like to actually read that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Let's see, show more. Going to completely skip over the usual not every game has to be for everyone answer, because I'm going after a specific type of stupid today. And that is the following BS. Video games are the only form of entertainment with a skill barrier. Books, movies, music, etc. don't skill check you to advance. Imagine having to complete a skill challenge to continue reading a book all the way to the end. Why do we accept
That's
this
called-
with video games herder? Weird.
Have
it's
you ever
almost as video
heard of
games-
James Joyce?
No. Weird. It's almost as if video games have one major difference compared to all other forms of entertainment.
As
What?
in, you
I
have
only
to.
collected the emerald.
That's
Notice
it.
they leave out things like board games. Weird. Video games are interactive. User input is vital to the experience. Books, movies, music, theater, etc. are all passive entertainment. What a shock that interactive entertainment might have some major differences, like skill checks compared to passive entertainment. If you have interactive entertainment and take away all consequences of doing a bad job, what's even the point? May as well have a press X to continue walking simulator movie. Oh wait, there are a lot of those nowadays, huh?
You know,
In that
even
case, why even bother having interactivity at all? Just make it a damn movie.
you want to
But
know what
for
the
all
worst
games-
part is, Gizmo? Even Movie Gear Solid has more actual skill required.
It's an actual video game, yeah.
Yeah, you actually have to play that at a point. You don't just, watch the damn movie. You gotta actually do stuff.
But for all the game urinalists out there, don't worry. Even games like Elden Ring have an easy mode just for you. It's called watching someone else play the game on YouTube or Twitch.
Yeah.
That's what you want, isn't it? Video games as passive entertainment like all the others. You can experience the story without having to worry about a skill barrier. So shut the fuck up and watch someone else play if you can't be bothered to learn to play it yourself, and stop ruining it for everyone else. That was from the Raging Golden Eagle on Locals. Degenerate Boomers, that's what his blog is called.
Huh.
Huh.
That's basically his way of talking back to the game journalists who say certain games are too hard when literally everyone else was able to play it just fine. In so many words. Because need I remind you about the Cuphead incident?
Right. And I believe that's all the topics that we need to cover for this week. So
We have a few left over from last week we never got to, if you want to get to those.
nah, they're not relevant.
Let me see them. Let's see here. Okay. No, we just talked about that. Just talked about that one. Now the VA, we talked about that.
Just search for marker and you'll find the marker for last week.
Oh, here you go. Legendary singer Ichiro Mizuki has died at 74 after a battle with lung cancer. His career spanned 50 plus years, and he made over 1,200 songs for film, TV, and games. Insel, Kamen Rider, Mazinger, and more. RIP.
Oh, and also rest in
Yep.
peace, Christine McVie, a Fleetwood Mac singer, songwriter.
Yep.
Oh,
How are people going this week?
there's some news about Bruce Willis's health.
Oh yeah.
Cherishing
Bruce
every
Willis.
moment. Bruce
Knew
Willis.
Bruce Willis wasn't doing that great, but
I thought he was just being an ass, but that's just him. That's just him having an illness.
hell, some of the shit that he went through with Kevin Smith, I honestly cannot blame him for not caring about what happens in some movies after that.
Yep.
Did he not like that Kevin Smith was smoking weed or something, or was that really a time when he was still? What?
On the set of Cop Out, apparently Kevin Smith was just incredibly unprofessional.
Kevin Smith.
No surprise.
Yeah, Kevin Smith directed Cop Out.
I know that, but like, how did it? Like, how? Like, was he calling everyone bitches or like what?
Well, I don't remember the whole situation entirely, but Bruce Willis apparently said that the experience was frustrating for him having to deal with, well, Smith not being exactly great at his job.
That's what gets to me. Like, they're not really being specific what he did or what he's done.
Well,
people
no,
have said
you were
that.
taking what I'm saying and saying that it's what they're saying. I think this is me recollecting a something that I read probably 5 or 6 years ago now.
But that's what I want to know though. What has he done? I'm always hearing something similar, and I never get a straight answer. And whenever I think I am gonna get one, it's
look up Masters of the Universe. Look up the Masters of the Universe
That's
show.
the cartoon though. This is before he started going all SJW. Cop Out was when he was not really there yet.
Yeah, but he was still making dog shit films like Tusk and Yoga Hosers and stuff like that beforehand.
I feel like Tusk is an acquired taste. I'm not saying I liked it, but I feel like that's a very, very acquired taste. Yoga
Tusk
Hosers
is one of those films where there's an interesting concept in there that was completely wasted on a shitty gag.
Yeah, and Yoga Hosers on the other hand, there's no excuse. I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to be. Oh, fight off the little Nazi bratwurst using yoga. I mean,
Okay.
like, Street Fighter yoga or just straight up yoga? Oh, straight up yoga. Fuck off.
I didn't know that was what it was about.
Yeah, apparently they're using their yoga techniques to fight off little Nazi bratwursts. And when I say little Nazi bratwursts, I'm saying bratwursts that have come to life as not a sentient Nazi bratwursts that have not grown in size and regained their size. Try and fight off two yoga pants wearing girls locked in a convenience store.
Played by
Kevin
So
Smith.
is the climax the food fight as told by the human characters?
I guess so, except bratwursts are Nazis. Yeah, I'd rather watch the reboot, Jane Silent Bob reboot. I mean,
Oh god.
that had better moments than that bullshit. Okay, so let's see here. That didn't make sense. Oh yeah, the Jennifer Lawrence claim. We already went through that one, huh?
Oh no, we didn't go through that. So Jennifer Lawrence made a very stupid claim that Katniss Everdeen was somehow this pioneering character for women in action films, and a bunch of people went on Twitter, female action stars over the years,
And rightly called
just
her
went
out.
on Twitter to say, hey, I'm so grateful that Jennifer Lawrence was able to time travel to show that, this women could be the leads in an action movie.
You know what that moment has reminded me of? Remember when the new Star Trek show was still in production? It reminds me. Yeah, it reminds me of every time they talk about it, they would always bring up the character being the first black female lead every time, when they've already had a black lead and they've already had a female lead.
Yeah, but okay, they can technically get away with that by saying, well, they never had a black lead who was also female.
Yeah, but when you've already had two of said of the roles by said types of individuals, that immediately goes out the window. We had a black lead, we had a female lead. Having a black female lead is really not that revolutionary nowadays.
Well, obviously.
If this was maybe after Picard, maybe. But after Picard, they already did both separate, and they were both really loved characters. The fact that they're trying to combine them and say this is revolutionary, no. They're acting like this is dipping an Oreo into milk. No, this is just dipping your spoon into unsugared cream of wheat.
So basically Wheaties.
and they're basically flavorless.
So
You
Wheaties.
think you've done something, but you haven't really.
Oh, by the way, hey, every time you exit the area and come back, you could refight these guys. So grinding is going to be quite interesting. Anywho. So, Alex.
I think that's it. Did we already? Oh no! Yeah. Have we already talked about the movie trailers that came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which ones?
The Mario movie and
the
Transformers.
Mario movie, Beast Wars.
Oh yeah, we've talked about those.
Cocaine Bear.
Oh, Cocaine Bear.
A bear did cocaine.
Okay, Seth Rogen. What?
Nope, not Seth. Really? No. Well, actually, no. I wouldn't blame you for thinking so. No, there's no Seth Rogen movie.
Somehow.
You really haven't seen the trailer?
No, I didn't.
Hold on. Let me link it to you right now.
I'll probably have to watch it some other time because I still gotta, play this game.
It's based off of actual events too.
That's bizarre.
Let me see. Ah, there it is. Okay, let me just give that. Oh wait, hold on. Oh yeah. Let me just put it in the broadcast chat. There you go, Cocaine Bear. Apparently, what happened was he ate cocaine. He literally just ate cocaine. 30 minutes passed, and he died of a heart attack in real life. This movie, on the other hand, makes it look like it lasts an entire day. And this was actually Ray Liotta's last role before he died.
Oh, damn.
Right? But this looks like a movie that gave him the best send-off ever.
Ah, interesting.
This looks like he picked the right movie to have his last send-off, because this looks fucking funny. This looks awesome. The cast looks good too. And this is the first time I've actually surprised in a good way to see a YouTuber or an internet star in.
Who is it?
I don't know his name, but he was known for his what was it, TikToks where he's like pretending to be a Karen and then he pretends to talk back. Oh, how was it? It was like, I'm never shopping here again. Good. Tell your friends too. You think I like working here?
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah, that guy. You know who I'm talking about. I don't know his name, but they cast him as one of the characters. Now I want Cocaine Bear to be a summoning.
Oh.
Imagine how funny that would be. Ifrit, come to me! Cocaine Bear, come over here! And they're like, what?
Okay, so, now, I was seeing as we probably, I don't even think we have much to cover. Or now.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
So, now, like I said, what I'm going to be doing for a bit is kind of grinding experience for the shadow Pokemon I'll be including in my party off of these guys for a while until they're ready to be purified, and well, all that, and that's probably going to be a bit. So I apologize if I'm already boring you.
Yes.
And,
What the fuck? Why are those bumpers there?
so Alex, what is your history with Sonic the Hedgehog 4?
I've played and most of the way beaten it, but I couldn't get the last Chaos Emerald, so.
I was able to beat it.
Yeah, one thing about the Sonic 4 games is that they have a stage selection, which I'm surprised they did.
I thought it was a neat way to break up some monotony.
Yeah, but at the
I
same
didn't want
time...
to go back and restart the whole game when I played it originally, because when I got done with it, I gotten all of the special stages done, except for the last one, and I did the last one on, the last one was only available on, like, one of the later levels, so I had to grind through a lot of shit to get to it.
And a reminder, Alex, you got, like Sonic 1, you gotta have 50 rings before you reach the goal. All to get the Chaos Emeralds.
Yes, I know.
Just wait till the special stages in episode 2. They brought back the half pint. You know that thing that nobody liked in Sonic Hedgehog 2?
Bosses in this game are piss fucking easy.
Yes, they are. You know, some
I will say, people love to bitch about the physics in this game. They never gave me a whole lot of trouble. They're not good.
No, the physics
they're
aren't
not bad either.
Yeah, they aren't good, but they're not bad.
Like, I don't get, because I was a big time user of the Sega forums back in the day, and I don't get what a lot of people were complaining about. I understand that they're not, like, you know, the other Sonic games, so obviously they're not gonna play exactly the same way, but at the same
time,
my time bonus is still counting down. I beat him so quickly.
Yeah. By the way, in the machine zone, Alex. Guess what enemies you'll run into? From Sonic 2.
What?
Think Metropolis Zone.
Oh, God.
Asterons, Shellcrackers, and Slicers.
Slicers.
You know, those enemies that everybody hated. Okay, gonna add Houndour to my party. Remove Lediba, Puchiena, and Baltoy. Oh, and by the way, unlike in Pokemon Colosseum, I can actually save wherever I want. So I don't need to go and find a PC to save my game. Sound off! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 8? Now there's too many of us! Brothers, beware! There may be spies among us. Hey, look, it's that kid again. Yeah, I could literally grind off of these guys. Hey, it's like they said, and they'll take me on as often as I like. Oh, and you want to know what the best part is? They scale to your progress in the story. So...
I'm really not a fan of enemy scaling like that.
Anime scaling?
Enemy scaling.
Well, I actually... You know, here's the thing. In this game, I actually don't mind it. It's...
Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh, Final Fantasy VIII doing that? I haven't... Well, one of these days I'm gonna probably go through that game. And I haven't beaten it, and I've played a bit of it, but I still need... But it's still kind of weird to navigate.
When I get the time, I'll probably stream that game on Twitch or whatever, or wherever else, because YouTube really doesn't go any further than like 7 or 8 hours.
12.
I tried going. I streamed a lot more than that, and they apparently only 10, 11 hours of that were saved.
Well, that's why you have to like start a new stream.
Yeah,
So-
but I feel like if I want to do any
So-
of the longer stuff, I really just gotta go to the places where they don't limit you. Otherwise,
Not limiting you.
no, I mean like
Start the stream.
I'm talking like if I want to go for an entire 24-hour stream, I could just go to Twitch or anywhere else. YouTube, on the other hand, you could. Excuse me. You can only go for 12. I tried doing that last year for like a New Year's stream, where I streamed an entire day until it was the New Year's Day. More than half of that stream is gone.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't have.
Well, that's why whenever Mauler does a 24-hour stream, he always does multiple parts.
Aw, Flaffy, I love you.
Or uploads, re-uploads the uncut video.
Okay, so
That's what Necrocata does.
Yeah, speaking of Nick Ricada, has he done anything like bad as of recent?
no.
No.
No. Well, for some reason, there's a YouTuber I follow, and for some reason he's got a beef with him, making fun of the fact that he's got this sex toy or whatever the fuck.
Oh,
Okay.
Is it
The
is
ball,
it the
whatever.
quartering?
Yeah, no, not the quartering.
Oh,
He's not the
oh,
quartering.
the Baldo.
Yeah, the Baldo. He makes fun of the fact that he has that and that he apparently gets cucked by his wife or some shit. I don't know. I don't know about any of that.
That's a fucking groiper meme.
Okay, Alex.
Yeah.
So, since I showed you and Gizmo the Blu-ray box for the English dub of Digimon Adventure, how do you rate the box?
It looks pretty good, like every discotheque box, pretty much.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
Yeah, this is
Who
from...
was?
No, listen to this. I just found out about this. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried arrested in the Bahamas ahead of possible extradition to the U.S.
Yep.
Huh.
The founder of bankrupt cryptocurrency exchange FTX has been arrested in the Bahamas ahead of possible extradition to the United States. Sam Bankman-Fried, or Fried, is he German? I don't fucking care, was arrested in the Bahamas on Monday, according to the nation's government. The U.S. Attorney's Office confirmed Sam Bankman-Fried was arrested in the Bahamas at the request of the U.S. government. Take a shot every time they say Bahamas. In the statement, U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said the arrest was based on a sealed indictment that's been filed by the Southern District of New York. We expect to move to unseal the indictment in the morning, and we'll have more to say at the time, he said. Another statement attributed to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and widely reported by global media said he'd been detained as the U.S. filed criminal charges against him. Mr. Bankman-Fried's business was based in the Bahamas. Take a shot. FTX declared bankruptcy in early November after revelations about its business practices led to a run on funds by customers. It collapsed less than 3 years after the cryptocurrency exchange set up by tech wonderkin Sam Bankman-Fried and his partners Zhao Gary Wang.
Sorry.
Luo Wang, Nisha saying commenced operating in May 2019. The online, it's almost over. The online platform quickly became one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world. At its height, it was once promoted by stars like Larry David and Tom Brady, and sponsored major local events. FTX allowed people to trade in the non-state-backed market in a centralized way, like investing in shares. Here in Australia, people who had funds in FTX are at a loss about the next steps, with ABC News being told some individuals are facing losses upwards of $500,000 each. Meanwhile, values of the so-called coins at the center of the cryptocurrency market are continuing to crash. And here in Australia, a cryptocurrency broker that had exposure to FTX is also in uncertain territory. Brisbane-based Digital Surge froze the accounts of 30,000 people who had assets wrapped up in it last month. Some people ABC News have spoken to have their entire superannuation funds tied up in the Digital Surge after creating self-managed super funds with the broker. Digital Surge went into voluntary administrative last week, and today its administrators have called for urgent offers to buy it or help recapitalize it.
Wow.
I said it's karma. That's karma.
Well, I can't say I'm not surprised. It is a shame that they had. Why do celebrities never look into the shit they're fucking endorsing? Thing like I think the Kardashians were involved in some kind of promotional scam a while ago too.
I'm surprised.
You know, at the very least, my Houndour has a very useful ability in the form of
It
flash
was like
fire.
Herbalife or some shit.
Dude, my parents were actually into Herbalife before all that shit was revealed. I'm just glad they got out of it before that shit was revealed, because then that would mean they wasted all their money on bullshit.
So,
What are you doing to me, game?
Nothing.
if only Mason were here.
There we go.
Okay,
What the fuck is
so
that girl? Oh, no, that's not you.
So, Gizmo. Now, why is it that you prefer the odd choices of the English dub soundtrack for Digimon Adventure as opposed to the actually good Japanese soundtrack?
Memorable.
And the Japanese soundtrack isn't?
Not really.
Them's fight words.
More memorable.
Again, them's fight words.
Digimon, digital monsters.
It's memorable for all the wrong reasons.
Digimon, digital monsters.
Anyway, Alex, Anyway, Alex, is there any reason why you never got the Blu-ray for this? Or that
I
never
already have the DVDs.
Digimon,
But,
digital monsters.
Alex,
monsters.
you have multiple home video copies of, you know, a certain movie starring Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Matt Damon.
Tom Cruise.
Matt Damon.
Tom Cruise.
And you want to know what that movie is, Gizmo?
Tom Cruise. What?
Top Gun.
Tom Cruise. He has good taste.
Alex has not only the VHS version of it, but also the Laserdisc, the DVD, the HD DVD, the Blu-ray, and the 4K.
Yes.
And now I have the Steelbook 4K because I found it at the discount store.
God.
He's got good taste in movies.
So, Alex, do not say that you would never buy multiple copies of something.
No, it's not that I would never buy multiple copies of it. It's that I bought Digimon at the Dollar Tree. I mean, my hands are getting too fucking sweaty. It's that I bought Digimon at the Dollar Tree, and I don't particularly want to buy it again for $60.
It's basically the same thing that they're trying to do with Dragon Ball Z. It's on VHS, it's on DVD, it's on Blu-ray. But the thing is,
Well, the Blu-ray actually looks really good. I gotta give it.
Yes.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, they only have a certain amount of changes that matter for you to get this version of the Blu-ray and this version of the DVD.
Well, here's
Some of the changes either might not matter or are bad, like with the like how people go back to the orange box for so many times, or the blue box.
Well, here's the thing,
It's
Gizmo.
sort of like the reason why I go back to the VHS version of Kiki's Delivery Service instead of the DVD or Blu-ray versions of Kiki's Delivery Service. Sure, it might have the Japanese soundtrack, but the fact that they cut off Gigi's lines everywhere in the updated versions is a sin.
Wait, you're fucking kidding me.
No, so what happened? So what it is that if you get the VHS version when it first came out, you get the American soundtrack, sure, but the guy who voiced Gigi, you know who I'm talking about. The guy who, Yeah, I keep forgetting his name. He played Blasto. His lines are everywhere. He's always talking, which is really funny for the kids. But I actually kind of like it because of how much of a jackass he is in the movie.
And I'm guessing his personality is loosely based off of a certain cat from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Sorta, kinda, but not really. I mean, if you're talking about him being, let's see,
Salem?
yeah, Salem. He's not like really like Salem. He's more just a cat with attitude, not a cat with attitude that has magic. He just happens to have a spell on him that has Kiki understanding him. But I'm getting off topics. But in the DVD and Blu-rays, yeah, Phil Hartman. So in DVD and then Blu-rays, his lines are cut in many areas. Now, you may not notice it at first because these are like maybe one or two lines, but you start to notice it more and more as they take away one or two grunts, one or two gasps of surprise, and then you start noticing actual lines of dialogue being removed. So they didn't just remove one or two of or oh or ah. They remove actual lines that he said in the movie originally.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's really, really, really weird. I don't know why they did this.
I'm guessing
honestly.
I'm assuming the sound mixing might have been, and
a lot of that was ad-libbed by Hartman, and
yeah,
because they wanted to, I guess, try and make it more faithful to the Japanese version. They didn't bother.
If they want to make it more faithful to the Japanese version, they can listen to the Japanese version. The English dub is something else, though. Why would you mess up something like Phil Hartman's lines just so you can follow the Japanese version? This is a guy that was already dead by the time they released the DVD and Blu-rays. It's like removing some of Robin Williams' lines because they're ad-libbed. They were all. He put most of those lines in. Okay.
Well, here's the thing, Gizmo. The Blu-ray for Digimon Adventure, there's two separate Blu-rays. They're gonna make another one for the Japanese version since you can't exactly fit like the Japanese soundtrack or a lot of the Japanese footage with the English dub due to the fact that the dub kind of removed a lot of things from the original Japanese version.
Yeah, that's different though. Like we're talking about like localization and censorship. These are outright lines that were removed.
Right. Hey,
those are lines that weren't in the original Japanese version. So
okay,
they do
but
have.
That's a big fat and though. This is the dubbing company that allowed him to add those lines in. This is not the Japanese company. Now, if it was like, if they were to say, now if this was like nowadays, then maybe I would understand it more. But they've already had it in the original VHS. Why would you take them out if they're already in that version?
Well, yeah, that's a good question there.
It's like like I said, if it's like there's behind the scenes for every Miyazaki movie out there, as far as I know, and you'll see them say lines that never made it into the movies. That's a lot more fairer than just having the lines already in the movie and then just removing them. Because you see jokes that like, what was his name? Shia LaBeouf, when he was dubbing a character in Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind, he was joking in character, wait, these aren't beans, these are penicillin. That obviously didn't make it into the movie. They left it out of the movie. Bill Hartman's lines, on the other hand, they removed them. But they were already in the original cut. Why would you do that? It's not like they made the movie any more worse or
what the fuck
better.
Was that?
What?
Game is killing me here.
All I'm saying is that the lines don't make the movie any better, but also don't make the movie any worse. So why would you remove them at all? You know, it's like, okay, if it was like, oh, we took a survey and the adults and the kids agreed that he should talk less. Okay, something like that. It's bullshit, but at least they confirmed as to why. You know, I would still hate it, but at least they had a reason. They gave no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, I find it interesting how Doug Walker made a
Why
skit.
is there a 10-minute time limit?
What, like in
Especially in Lost Labyrinth Zone.
what, like in Sonic CD?
And now it just resets. If you're just gonna let me reset the time limit, why have a time limit anyways?
Boom.
Get the barrel, you get an extra life. Oh, wait a minute, wrong game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the TV in this game.
So, my little sister really likes
Right art style, though.
I'm trying to think of what a Miyazaki movie my little sister liked.
Clanky Dang.
No.
Oh, the Highlander 4K is down to $12 on Amazon.
I'm sure you're probably gonna. I'm sure somebody else is gonna probably grab that. I know
Yeah.
you already did.
See what it was when I... Yeah, it was $14.99 when I pre-ordered it and it went down.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
I don't even have a. I don't even have. I'm not even gonna be using fire type attacks on you guys. What are you thinking?
I didn't know when to bring this up, but I decided to lower my donation goal again to instead of $500, it's $50.
Okay.
I'm literally a quarter of the way there.
The underwater maze that I know everybody hates.
I actually don't mind the underwater levels in Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well,
I don't either most of the time, but...
here's the thing. It's mostly the fact that Sonic can't swim.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. In Sonic Colors, he actually can swim.
It almost makes it worse.
How does it make it worse?
Oh, because it's Sonic Colors, and Sonic Colors isn't very good.
Boy,
I'm going to pretend you didn't just say that.
I mean,
not
am I
to say-
wrong?
No. Well, if you're talking about Sonic Colors Ultimate, then yes.
Well, if I ever stream
Sonic
that...
Colors Ultimate is better than Sonic Colors Regular?
No, I mean, what I mean to say was, if you were saying that Ultimate was shit, then yeah, you'd be right. The original, no, that's a lot better.
Okay. The game plays like... The game plays kind of like New Super Mario Brothers.
Okay,
No.
that's bad.
Yes.
No,
New
it
Super
does.
Mario Brothers is a bad game.
No,
Yeah,
it
Super Mario
doesn't.
Brothers is a bad game.
It doesn't play
That's
like.
Fighting Words too.
It doesn't play like New Super Mario Brothers at all.
It's got a lot of... And I mean a lot of 2.5D nonsense in it.
It's a platform. It's literally a Sonic platforming game. It's
well
not.
into the 3D Sonic era. On
You
a console capable of supporting things Sonic Unleashed. Technically.
They supported Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah, so Unleashed.
Sonic on PS2.
Sonic Unleashed was really weird on the Wii, considering they still had you paying for DLC.
I don't even.
What the fuck? I didn't know you could pay for DLC on that. I didn't know there was DLC for Sonic Unleashed.
Really? Well, on Unleashed, okay, yeah, there still is DLC for it. You can still purchase it.
On the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 version.
Yeah.
Yes. On the Wii, on the other hand, you're
Speaking of which, if I ever plan on playing that game, should I do the HD version or the Unleashed?
if you want to have less of a tiresome commute between the areas, the PS2/Wii version, but the Xbox 360 version has better graphics
Well,
and a more consistent frame rate than the PS3.
well, not only that, but also the fact that the PS3 Xbox 360 version is the full game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are some things missing. Plus,
Like-
all of the FFVs are cropped to 4:3 in Sonic Unleashed. So.
By the way, someone ended up making a you know that scene where Chip it combines the Gaia temples into a Megazord.
Cool.
You remember Chip?
Oh, that, yeah. I remember him
So someone on some absolute legend on the internet synced that scene up to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme song.
now. You words I can't say on the internet.
What do you mean? What are you talking about, Alex? I thought that was a good thing.
This game.
There's one more thing I
Oh,
wanna
you're
talk-
talking about the game. I'm
There's
sorry.
one more thing I want to talk about before I head out, so I could do a little stream of my own. You know about our, you guys know about R. Kelly. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know about R. Kelly, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why he's in jail and everything.
Because
He made a song in jail. And guess
I
what
didn't
it's
know you
about?
were allowed to do that.
Apparently you are, but you know, guess what it's about?
what is it about?
About the allegations and about how everyone's opinion basically got him in jail. Notice I said opinions.
I'd say the pedophilia got him in jail.
Yeah, the fact that you had a fucking sex dungeon, and are you insane, Mr. Kelly?
It's fucking hilarious, man. Like, the first time I saw this, it was just some guy reacting to it. I'm like, wait a minute, R. Kelly's still making music? That was the first thing I realized and then when the music started playing, it was basically about him saying how it was wrong of people to put him in jail, saying he was a pedophile, and he got arrested because of an opinion. I'm like, what the fuck are
Bro.
you talking about?
Bro. You ain't Michael Jackson.
No.
Yeah, Michael Jackson did nothing wrong by fighting me.
Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong. It was just, you know.
People are still making
Crazy
jokes about him.
motherfuckers.
And look, here's the thing. I didn't mind the jokes when Family Guy made them. Just because,
but
you know,
the
they
thing-
actually made them funny.
That was
Yeah.
before people started looking into it more and finding out that the allegations were bogus.
Be right back. Just gotta use the restroom.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, folks. I will see you guys later.
See you, man. And Ridley, if you go back and hear
Wait,
this,
you're leaving?
Oh yeah, okay,
Yep.
you're still here. Yeah, we're gonna leave. He's gonna leave just to rest. I'm gonna leave so I can start my own stream. Now my
Ah,
internet's working
great.
properly now.
Wait, so we're all just gonna stop up today?
I mean, I have stuff I gotta do, so.
Alright. Well, in that case, I might as well just save and call it a night.
See you guys later,
Well,
man.
Bye.
Bye-bye.